Raise you stupid or something?
One great aspect of our society that I love so much is that we have what's called an intermediary good.
Can I eat it?
I mean, you could.
I'm in. Let's go. Fuck, my balls are so hot.
It in the same way that one can eat the dirt of the ground or the air of the sky.
You have carte blanche aside from that.
Cool. So thinking kind of like, because it's pocket dimension and shape-shifting, but maybe it's kind of like a Venom-esque arrangement where it's a dimensional parasite that so like when he absorbs things into his hand, maybe it's like a fucking, oh no, I've done it again. Maybe it's a teethy hand that like a toothy hole.
Could you please just once not consort with otherworldly powers from beyond the scope of human imagination? Just once, like day.
I refuse. There's too much empty headspace here with my lack of a brain to not have another thing in there.
It is easy to see it more accurately from outside of the situation than inside of the situation.
Right.
I suppose that's why you have the friends that you have around you.
Kind of like claps her hands together. One of my favorite sayings is trash can, not trash cannot. So just do it.
Didn't realize your level up gave you an extra level in philosopher.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I honestly have very little confidence in saying I understand what you mean by that.
Okay. Just do it.
Understandable. Have a nice right. If you have a gate open, it's a two-way street. So they could just come right back through. Go ahead.
Okay, that's like a bad roll, but like
I think I could help with that.
Like if someone just heals me as I'm doing it, like I could keep this going all day.
What have I done? Okay, Avalor.
I could probably seal it one way, the gate.
I can at least get 25.
Last night, I learned how to create a kind of a bridge that can support my friends but won't let my enemies step upon it. If I just cast it vertically in front of the gate, they couldn't move back through it.
Ooh.
What are they cooking?
Let them cook.
Yeah, I'm not going to do better.
Perception.
22.
Oh.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and simulate what happens here real quick.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Ah, shiver me timbers!
Well, yeah.
Oh, shit. Alright, I think it's time to go check on Deadeye then, eh?
Think so.
Oh my god! It's hot! Oh, I'm gonna stop you so... Oh, it's so hot! I don't like this at all!
Genuinely
Genuinely what?
scared me.
My apologies.
Oh my god, he's like so smart.
And Tarsamore also saved. So yeah, the woman is the only one who suffered in this. We live in a fucking
the woman's
society.
the dumb one. Oh, the dice. Dice
That's
is sexist.
okay. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link when it comes to rituals.
Oh, now women are weak. I love this campaign.
Wait, what do you...
Make a DC 21 dex save.
Cool.
Ooh,
Roll 12d10.
Yo.
Sheesh. Ah, cool.
Yo, that's me after eating a mild curry.
I know, it's coming out of his butt.
That's true. Wait. Flip it around. Flip me around.
Flip me around.
There we go.
Flip, there we go.
67 points of damage.
All right.
I would like to sit on the saddle of the cavalier and misty step myself onto the horse.
Oh damn, you got that for your birthday.
What the actual are you doing?
I'm riding a horse.
I'm on a horse. You're on a greasy horse, but you're on a horse.
I'm on a horse.
Okay. You teleport onto the fiend, this burning horse of evil, with the saddle, which wraps itself around. And according to the saddle of the Cavalier, you can't be dismounted against your will, and attacks against it have disadvantage.
I'm gonna talk to it in Infernal, because I know Infernal, to try and have the horse be friends with me.
Great, now I have to roleplay a horse.
Now this is a story all about how I got kicked out of the Golden Bough. I've got a nasty little temper. Whenever I'm annoyed, I poke holes in the world with the power of void. All the brogans call me blessed child, think I'm hot shit, but at best I'm mild. The world in grave peril, but I don't really care, because I'm too busy with my love affair.
Oh, shit.
Scrunches up her paper. Fucking hate this school.
Oh no, Garnet, he's got fire bars.
Do you have fire resistance? Because you're probably dead after that one.
Let's say Mia Hethil, because he's right in the middle of 3-player characters. So, you know, him in particular.
I take it the burning didn't kill her.
Yeah, roll 1d10, but it's fire resistant, so. Bonk.
Where is Mr. Reaction with a ward guy?
He used it. That shit's gone.
Oh, gone for
Bonk.
forever?
Well, until his next long range. A long rest.
La 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 la. La la la.
Don't need no wards for dealing with these fucking idiots.
That should be one of your sub sounds on your channel.
That should be. Really should be.
Well, so much for my terrifying monster. Guess I'll just, you know, die.
Pulls pin, throws pin.
So they're going to work on an item that will permanently maintain that spell for you, or some other long-term solution.
I was gonna say, damn, they trust Athlor to not just pop that shit off like Lord of the Rings style. Yeah, that's a lot of trust in a teenager.
Well, they haven't mentioned the fact yet that they're probably going to implant a spike in his heart or something with the effect on it.
Yo, Chainsaw Man mode.
All right, so
pull the rope to get the uncle out. Actual chain, Uncle Man.
You've seen the man from Uncle. But now the uncle from Man.
the man. Good lord. What's up, cool cats and kittens? You're in the right place because your dragons are about to get dungeoned, baby.
Ooh.
Welcome to Coriander Society Pyrespace. I am Tormented by Gnomes, your game master. Joining me today, we have Drozy, Lafon, and Ninja Man Matt. Drozy, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
It's good. The fonts suck.
As far as intros go in my entire lifetime, that one was solid. Like I'd give it like an 8 out of 10.
I'll take
the pouch of juice or whatever it was. Brought it like significantly higher than
Would have been a 10 out of 10 if you had stabbed it on camera.
You're right. You're right. But I seriously doubted my ability to pull that off in one fell swoop. Like
8 out of 10 is incredible though.
No, yeah, I'm super happy with 8 out of 10. Especially like you've worked some good productions, you worked with, a lot of talented people. Like I'll take an 8 out of 10, 100%. And then there's this guy who's not on the front plate for the show, but he keeps showing up anyways, and he seems to have a name tag here. What did you say your name was again?
Yeah, Ninja Man Matt, I'm gonna be dragging these balls all over your dungeon.
Right.
Serious business. The show's serious business.
The cast, the audience has now been inoculated for what they're going to experience over the next few, however long.
Oh yeah.
No, there is no protection for this.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no.
We're going in rules as written.
All right. When last we left our heroes, they were on the asteroid city of Discord, which is definitely not Tortuga, but is slightly less sleazy than the Discords I'm familiar with. They were sent here to meet a secret agent who has escaped from the Forge, a planet controlled by the iron tentacled grip of the Mind Flayers. However, a Mind Flayer assassin has also been sent to find and silence this spy before they can bring urgent news of a great change, a terrible new transformation happening on the Forge right now that bodes doom for all inhabitants of Pyrespace. Our heroes have infiltrated this place. They believe they've made contact with the spy, and the enemy doesn't know who the spy is. But the person who John determined was a Mind Flayer when they read each other's minds is sick of this and is just about to mind blast everybody. So we rolled for initiative. And that's about where we're at. So John, you rolled a 25.
Yay.
You will be
this guy is straight up a skeleton, by the way.
He's not. No, he's not. He's just wearing a skull.
Oh, he's wearing a skull. Okay, because I have a good track record of trusting people who look like skeletons.
No, he's not actually a skeleton. He's a fake skeleton. He's appropriating skeletal culture.
Oh my gosh, what a bastard.
Also, just out of curiosity, is this guy named Dancing Lights?
That's so I told you that his code name was Fairy Fire. I meant for his code name to be Dancing Lights.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought this was a Oasis issue where like one of your characters got renamed for an area.
No, actually, no. So there was a character named Ontharr Froom in our Descent into Avernus campaign. He actually appears in the Dragon Queen campaign. He's a recurring character in the Forgotten Realms.
Really?
Anyways,
that's so interesting.
Yeah, I know. Super fascinating, right? That is... I accidentally renamed him to the Oasis Theater, which is another token in this game.
So good.
And so on his turn, the Oasis Theater was defending.
It was amazing because we just roll in. There's this bone devil, and everything's looking so eerie. And then we see this dude named Oasis Theater just like fighting for their life. And we're like, what is this gentleman's backstory? It's like walking into a goblin named Boblin, and everything just stops. Record scratch, like, I need to know everything about this person.
Smorkle.
And then Joe ruins it by just going, oh no, his name's actually Antharr Thrune, or whatever the heck it was called. And
wow,
we didn't care anymore.
I couldn't yes and that. The Oasis Theater was a thing you already knew existed. It wasn't
there's more than one Matt in the world. There could be more than one Oasis Theater in the world. It's like, common
that would
enough
have made you
moniker.
happy, which is unacceptable. Now, what do you want to do?
Unfortunate, you're right. I would like to leave. That's what I want to do.
Okay, well, I appreciate you joining us through the stream today.
No worries. Take care. Okay, I'm back. John's gonna get the heck out of here. He was, I believe, if record serves, this is the person I need to get the heck away from, right?
Yes, but this is Mr. Smiley.
Yes, I don't like Mr. Smiley either. But they didn't turn out to be a Mind Flayer assassin, right? They just are weird. They are some kind of thrall, it seems like.
Mm-hmm.
This is the mind flayer assassin, right? The one, this lady.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
believed that this lady is a mind player assassin in disguise. That is the
So-
current working theory.
And from what you said, it looks like she's taking a stance of I'm about to blast you with my freaking brain, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So John's just trying to get out of there, but I feel like we're going to need to cause a distraction because 10 Kobold needs to get all the way over here, but like without
Wait.
getting mind blasted.
Wasn't he planning on rolling a cart of explosives?
This cart full
There's
of
a cart of
explosives is
explosives.
right here, and on his turn is going to roll off into this pit and explode.
Which pit?
This pit over here. This one.
Oh, he's hitting it that way. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
He's
we
not
need to
going to
get
blow up the whole
away
crowd. There could
from
be,
the-
non-combatants in there.
Yeah. So we need to basically get ourselves away from this pit, but not directly next to here. So it seems like going up is probably best, or at least near about where 10 Kobold is and slipping away into the crowd.
We have a plan with
We-
escape routes.
We did, and it seems like that all got kind of messed up. We were going to go this way and break into two different teams, but then now 10 Kobold wants John to come with him because we need to shrink this guy down. So John needs to like slip away.
Oh, that's
Did
right.
this did this assassin make John out to be? I thought he slipped into the crowd.
No. That's why they're just mind blasting the whole crowd because they
Okay.
know
Okay, good.
one of you, but they don't know which one of you.
So I just need to not be within mind blasting range. Is the thing. And this 10-foot markers are correct, right?
Correct.
Okay, so John's gonna head down this way then.
Mhm.
John is gonna make his way here. He's gonna go ahead and do a little. He's in the middle of a crowd. This is probably a pretty good idea. Let's see. I have the ability to do funny things. So I think right now the best thing to do is to get in a position where he can do funny things without being spotted. So I'm going to hustle this way. I'm going to just kind of make my way through the crowd. I'm going to dash over to here where this person is. And then I am going to, making sure I'm staying
Just
out
gonna
of the
roll
range of the
D20 here,
mind
buddy.
blast.
Don't worry about it at all.
Okay,
Just
I won't
just
worry
roll
about
on
it.
A little casual D20.
Yeah, I won't worry about that.
Okay, carry on.
And I'm gonna go ahead and
These two guys
start-
right here, who are clearly
Mhm.
thralls, are not letting people pass.
Cool. Yeah, I look like I'm gonna make my way into this homestead, into this building. So I kind of like move over here. Is there a way actually in this building?
Yeah, there's a door.
Okay, John's just gonna slip into the building then.
It's locked.
John has a futuristic lockpick that can make that not a thing.
Okay, that'll take your action.
Okay, well there's my movement and my action. Or is there a window of some kind?
Yeah, but this is a bad part of town. It's locked.
Locked,
Spoiler
you
alert,
say.
all of Discord is a bad part of town.
Like bars over the windows, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
To the windows, to the walls.
One of those nothing here is
And-
worth your life signs on the front,
By
Yeah.
that logic,
No,
though, all of this place is also the good part of town.
That's correct. This is the best part
that's a
of
good
town.
point. It is the most incredible part of town.
It is the most part of town.
It is the most part of town. Okay. Well, then John's going to go to his runic items and let's see. Does he have something that he can use to get himself out of here? Yeah. Yeah. You know, John's just going to take the easiest point of egress for this. And he already slipped into the crowd. He's just going to take out one of his bullets and he's going to cast his runic spell to where he finishes the casting of an item he already started. And he's going to cast invisibility using one of his runic bullets. And is just going to become like shadow. And by like shadow, I mean like going to disappear.
Okay, then what?
And then he is just going to head this way. He's going to dash this way.
Okay. Yoink.
Just nestling himself right over yonder, making sure that he's out of the way of people so he can make his way towards where he needs to
Gonna
be.
roll another little d20 here, buddy. Don't worry about it.
You do that.
Okay,
Don't worry. I
so-
see the little bastard over here.
Oh no, it's not actually that. It's Mr. Smiley. See, Mr. Smiley was looking for people who were acting strangely. Didn't see any because didn't get very well on that first roll. But then you outright turned invisible. And Mr. Smiley noticed that you turned invisible.
Oh.
So, Mr. Smiley's going to stab you.
He's gonna stab where he thinks I am.
Correct. He has a 50%. He has disadvantage on the attack.
Yeah, I think you failed.
Mr. Smiley got a natural 1.
Mr. Smiley stabs himself.
Oh, damn it.
Looks like he falls on his own short sword.
Where's the Wheel of Pain? Why don't I see the Wheel of Pain? Did I not import the Wheel of Pain? I
don't think so, because when I click on myself, I don't see a Wheel of Pain.
All right, well, I'll pull up the Wheel of Pain. Meanwhile, are you done with your turn, and what is Chester doing?
Chester is just staying on John invisible. We are as one. We're doing Pocket Cat in case things need to happen. And yeah, at this point, we're just making our way downtown, walking fast, and we're homebound to get the heck out of here.
Okay. The spy,
That's it,
whose
John.
code name is Dancing Lights / Fairy Fire / other stuff, is going to attempt to sneak past everyone.
Oh
But
God!
not well.
He snuck past like a
Is that
dancing
Wraith?
lights
Is that
would.
Wraith? By the way,
That is Waith.
Oh, good.
That is Waith. All right, and it's I have cunning action, so I'm just gonna keep moving if you don't mind. Whoop 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 whoop. It is 10 Kobol's turn. The cart, which is on fire, goes careening into here, and there's a massive explosion. The windows on this lovely structure here are blown out. Little shards of crystal and dust and pottery go flying in all directions. Every single home nearby is damaged, but not destroyed. It seems to be a lot more bang than boom, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
10 Kobold then just continues driving his cart away from the chaos, telling it, "Get the hell out of my way! It just exploded! Don't you see that it exploded?"
Oh, good. Well done.
It's the cave devil! Run for your lives!
It's the cave devil.
It's not that he's unconvincing, it's that everyone else is so distracted that they don't really pay attention to him and his problems. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
It is.
I thought you were going to say it's not that he's not interested; it's that they saw him do it. So you're like,
no, he's a lot better at sleight of hand than he is at people skills. You may have noticed.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to cheat because I think I have to. And because
yeah.
you're invisible. But Boguk is going to use Channel Divinity to use in this together, giving all 3 of our player characters advantage on their next attack rolls.
Oh, how lovely.
Okay.
The crowd freaks out and starts moving in all directions. As I move the crowd, Yasmin, what do you do?
First of all, using a bonus action for Analyze Weakness.
Mm-hmm. On?
Our Mind Blaster, I guess.
Click that thing.
It is an intelligence check against the CR of the character or of the creature.
Okay, roll it.
I get to make it at advantage.
Why?
Because I am level 11.
Carry on. I only asked because it sounded like a question, so please ignore me.
Oh no, yeah, no.
Is it 10 plus CR or just CR?
I believe it's just. Let me.
Because that matters.
Against a DC equal to the CR of a creature.
Ah, you succeeded.
Cool. I learn attacks, immunities, features, and resistances. Granted by its race or type. And also, because it's level 11, I get to know all the stuff, all that normal stuff, and additional number of information equal to my intelligence modifier. My intelligence modifier is 5.
Okay. Well then, this is in fact a Mind Flayer assassin.
Okay.
Extract brain.
Oh, they can all do that. That's not special.
I don't like that.
This is useful. Sorry, one sec.
Yeah, I just posted a
Quickly
ton of
reading
stuff.
through it.
Basically, it's an assassin. They're a soul knife. They can project psychic blades and stab you with them, and they have the assassinate ability, and they have sneak attack.
Okay.
And in addition to all
cool.
that, they are a mind flayer.
Yeah. Okay. How many of the creatures around it's not pinging, hang on. Around our mind flayer assassin look hostile? I assume this one here.
Yeah. Beard guys,
This
Mr.
one
Smiley,
here.
and not all beard guys, just like the specific beard guys.
Okay. Let's see.
And Mr.
That's out of
Smiley.
range. I think. Whoops. Let me do that. Oh my god, it really doesn't like the Okay, so we're gonna do a 40-foot cube. Roughly like this. Okay, so it catches these four.
Do you not have the measuring
I'm casting
tools?
slow.
Are you able to create a?
I do, but I just didn't. It's like refreshing every time I click. So.
Oh, did you click linger?
It's a little jank.
Did you click the linger button?
Oh, this is me. I was just giving.
Yeah. I have linger on now, but no. Before,
I'm
like when I would
assistance.
like click to like create the right angle, it would like refresh.
Okay.
So.
And is it 40 feet across?
I have to deal with the feather problem. It's a 40-foot cube.
Got it. So it'd be
you know what? I can just post the spell. Hang on.
all right. And you want to target those 3 hostiles?
Yeah, I think those are the only 4 that'll be within range of.
Okay.
That's the
And
most
this
number
one-
that I can get in range.
And this one right here does not appear to be hostile. They just appear to be vibing.
Yeah, I'm not. If it doesn't look to be hostile, I'm not targeting it.
All right. I will now roll wisdom saving throws as you activate a device that is this a gravitational thing, a chronotron, like a time thing? What's the principle on which your ability operates?
This is a good question. I think this is going to be. Oh, you know what? It is literally a toxin in the air that causes time dilation on the mental level. As opposed to a physical. So like, even though you can technically move the correct amount of space, your brain's like translation layer is it's suffering.
Oh, you activate decaffeinate.
I do believe 22 saves, unfortunately.
Yeah, eat spell resistance.
All good. Yeah.
All right, what else do you want to do?
That's my action, my bonus action. We don't have. Do we have the telepathic link still up, or has it
it ended?
Gone by now.
It just ended.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Then I am. Oh, did I see where John went?
Probably not.
Probably not.
But I mean, you would know that I'm heading towards this. Where did you go?
Because we did agree that we were like we were supposed to be in a group together.
Well, so we did agree that, and then Joe said 10 Kobold wanted John with the other guy, and now I can't even see where the guy went.
Yeah, I'm operating on last known basis. Okay,
Here,
I'm
this
gonna
guy. So
head.
you know that John's heading towards this guy.
Yeah, and I assume I can't jump over this area here.
You can certainly try.
Okay. Let's call it. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get to like here. How much movement do I have?
Remember, these are 10-foot squares, which you already know. You know that.
30 feet. Okay. So we'll call that 5. Oh, I fell underneath the token.
What happens?
I don't think it reached me anymore. Oh, there we go. So that's 20, right? And then that's 30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that'll be my entire turn.
Okay. All right.
Also, I am now concentrating on a spell, and I have to get rid of a spell slot.
The cranium rats are scattering or coalescing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, as I see them, they're like scampering into the darkness to form a swarm at the Mind Flayer's behest. Mr. Smiley. All right, I need to look up something about Mr. Smiley. Give me a moment. He's having
Something
a very,
tells me he's not very friendly.
He's having a very smiley day.
Ew.
Smiley day to you.
All right. Mr. Smiley is going to how far does that work out to? Yeah. He runs directly towards you, Matt.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Are you ready to go on a magical journey with me?
Is John able to tell? Is he directly perceiving John, as in like I'm looking at you and I can see you?
He can't
or
see
is
you,
using
but
some
he
other
knows where
sense?
you are.
Okay.
He can't see you, but he knows where you are. Also,
Gotcha.
he had to dash. Dolores, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I am going to use mass suggestion on
okay.
12 people in the crowd
Oh, snap.
to convince them that this lady here has pickpocketed them.
Drop the spell. I want to see
And-
the AoE.
Oh my.
It's anybody that I can see or hear
Oh.
in range that I can see or
What's the
can
range?
hear me.
60 feet.
60 feet.
Okay.
I also have that spell prepared today.
All right.
Let's see. I don't
So
think
I'm
I've
just gonna
put
do.
my spells in yet.
I'm gonna do one of these.
Not. So it is
Holy.
up to 12 creatures of your choice that you can see within range and that can hear and understand you. I suggest a course of action and magically influence up to 12 creatures of your choice.
Okay. Pick some.
Um,
Who do you want to prioritize?
Not the bearded guys.
Not
Okay.
the bearded guys. Okay.
So thing. Let's go with person here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. Let's do this one at a time because I gotta roll saves
Okay.
for each of them. All right. First one saved. This one right here saved. Who's the next winner?
Okay. This one here.
All right.
Two.
Not a
Ooh.
winner.
Okay.
Okay, 3.
God, I'm being so slow. Save. Not saved. Who's 4?
4, guy in the bandana. Whoa.
Very not saved.
The 2 thugs.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Whoa, that's only half? Okay. Oh boy. All right.
Heck
I
yeah.
cast. Hey, riot.
This group up here, so this lady looks like an orc, and this line here. So that's 1, 2,
That's a
3, 4,
Svrfneblin.
5.
That's a gnome.
Oh. Hello, gnome.
Damn, these people are about to have a really bad day.
Yeah, 3 more.
That's a lot of ones. I have 3 more?
Does that include the one who saved?
Correct. That
Wait, I
includes the
have-
one that saved.
2. Or I have 1 more. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You said 12,
5.
right?
Yeah. 1,
Yeah,
2, 3,
you've
4,
hit.
5, 6. Yeah, 1 more.
You should
Let's
have
go.
you should have more than that. You should have 3 more if I count correct.
Yeah, you have 3 more. Well, because I think you're looking at the first 3,
One.
and those ones were for slow. The Mind Flayer and the first 2 bandits were slow, and the commoners, only 9 commoners saved so far.
Yeah. If you're counting
Oh, okay.
saves, you've got more to come. You got 3
Oh,
more.
okay,
Who else do you
1,
want?
2. Let's see. This person underneath.
Mm-hmm. Failed.
And then that person underneath them.
Succeeded. And there's one more person at the periphery who you could target. Who failed?
Okay. Let's do that last person there.
Yep. That was the lucky winner.
Yeah.
All right. That was your action. Is that a concentration spell?
No, its duration is 24 hours.
That's nuts.
Play patty cake.
Yep. My favorite part of the spell.
He once killed like a bunch of vampire spawn by telling them all to play patty cake.
Wow, and they did it?
They failed. They're saved. They're saves.
Did their hands come off?
No, they were just busy playing patty cake when everything else happened.
Because then we did the end. Well, we did the end of Spider-Man 2. So, you know.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hand.
Cake?
I told them all to sit in a circle and play patty cake for the next 24 hours.
All right, what do you want to do next?
That's rough.
That was your action. You've got movement.
I am going to suggest that we start moving towards my biggest fan over here.
Ooh.
All right, go ahead and do it.
I'm gonna try to. Is this considered? Oh, I'm gonna. Is this difficult terrain here?
I can't see what you're pointing at.
That's
Yes,
this
very
area
much
here.
so. Very much so.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to move. I'm gonna move down, and then like
All right,
through
you have-
these houses.
Okay, so that's 10 feet, and then the next square is 30 feet. So you get one square of normal and one square of difficult.
Okay. So I'll move to.
You lousy motherfuckers are gonna kill all my lilies.
Here.
The thugs are just like, well, gotta kill him. And they just start approaching the pickpocket.
Excellent.
Waith is going to remain hidden as much as he wants to start stabbing.
He's going to remain hidden, really? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's an asset, right? He also doesn't know who to stab yet.
There's not somebody quite in stabbing range yet.
Exactly. Okay, Mind Flayer Assassin, Galar, it's your turn. Let's do a perception check real quick. That's a 14, and you know what? Let's just do a little intelligence check. Ooh, 12.
Well.
All right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to mind blast the people directly. I'm sorry. We are in telepathic communication with Mr. Smiley. So we are going to run down towards Mr. Smiley and mind blast Mr. Smiley.
Oh.
Said mind player Uzgalar can't see whoever it is that he's communicating with, but Uzgalar was like, you know what? The invisible person. Whoever's invisible, I'm just gonna blast them. Because when in doubt, blast the invisible person. John,
When in doubt, blast the invisible person.
Roll an intelligence saving throw, please.
Yeah, I don't think I have a way to stop that, so I guess I'll do it. If I have to.
You don't?
I was like, oh shit, this guy sucks. And then I realized I was looking at Waith's stat block instead of
Dirty 20.
Oh, don't be so mean to Wave.
Oh.
Well, it's
Poor
good.
bad
Wait,
boy.
isn't in the area of effect. That's a good thing. Wonk. Oh, you are a lucky man.
Yeah.
I rolled very
Oh
good.
my god.
That being said, I seem to be at a thrall deficit at this moment in time.
I was gonna say, I think you just killed everybody over there.
Troops are expendable.
How? What's the? Are these people also affected? Is it a?
Yes.
It gets blocked by this. Oh, it doesn't get blocked by the angle.
Because it's mental, not physical. I think.
Yes.
Dang. That's crazy.
So yeah, Uzgalar, currently looking like an orc woman, is just going to mind blast the absolute crap out of these people. And where the hell is Mr. Smiley's stat block? I keep losing it.
Oh no! Is
I've heard that
Shasta
if
about
you
to take out Mr. Smiley?
Click and shift, alt shift or whatever.
See, here's the thing: Mr. Smiley has multiple stat blocks.
Interesting.
Oh.
The one I need right now isn't that one.
I see. He's a cobbled together mess of 3 different stat blocks to make who he really is.
Correct.
That would be pretty cool if you had like 2 different stat blocks that you rolled from, and like each stat block has like features, abilities, HP, armor class, and then as you defeat one stat block, you know, you're like, oh, I assume this much damage to this one, and yada yada yada.
You can like divide it up.
A boss gets weaker and weaker based off how many like different stat blocks of it you're able to defeat. That'd be pretty cool.
Well, Mr. Smiley takes 28 points of psychic damage and is stunned.
Oh man, it's so nice that the only one who could see me can't do anything anymore. I
Roll for
freaking
Chester.
love that. Oh shit. Well, he's in my coat, you know, so there's that.
Is that a code of holding or no?
No, it's not a code of holding. Just a
then roll for
just a
Chester.
coat is the thing. Oh no. You wouldn't dare kill my cat, would you?
Of course
That'd be a
not.
19.
Of course not, obviously.
Because you know everyone would hate you if you killed my cat.
I would hate me if I killed your cat. Actually, in my campaigns, nothing bad ever happens to cats.
That's good. By the way, did I mention that I'm tabaxi?
Tabaxi don't count.
Wait, I'm half machine. Therefore, I could just put cat ears on my head.
That's true.
I'm a cat.
Just initiate oo.exe.
Exactly.
I identify as a cat.
And now it counts. No, unfortunately, only house cats.
Don't worry, I'm feline.
Be lying about what you are.
Okay, you know what? We're done here. Wow, Molly, you completely ate shit on that. That was a terrible roll.
And that was sad.
We're trying a new thing for this show where I actually roll all of Joe's
good dice.
I don't like it. Also, the half orc or the orc just who's definitely not an orc procs soul knives.
Nice.
Oh.
Molly completely misses her shot.
Molly,
John, you are
girl.
going to be up shortly.
Copy.
You can hear Juppawup the ogre continuing to drone like bagpipes in the distance.
My goat. That's my goat for sure.
And let's go with We'll go with here. A thought occurs to me. Could we perhaps take this assassin alive? Medwithin gently speaks.
This assassin or this assassin?
Which one do you think is most useful?
That one.
Which one?
Oh, that one.
The one
but
with
it's
the
also gonna
psychic
be the most
blades,
difficult.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I think this is going to work. I just need to find a point. So Medwithin is going to cast a spell, a level 1 spell that she is going to level up.
Okay.
I just need to see if I can get. Well, I need to, let's see, snap to corner, 20 feet.
What is this? Okay, you're trying to get both of them. Okay.
No, I'm only trying to get. Okay, perfect. Medwithin casts sleep.
Oh. Wait, maybe you should let us hit him first, but okay.
No. Because Medwithin casts sleep at level 5.
Okay.
And Medwithin uses her ability Sleep Specialist.
Oh.
Maximum.
Oh. I was wondering if she's she's a water ninja.
She's a what?
She's an Iromancer, but it's from some old abridged thing, and
5d8
I think Joe gets it.
Plus an additional 8d8. That's 64
Holy.
plus change. Yeah. Zonk.
Yeah. Well, hell,
Wow.
I knew we should.
When I was preparing for today's adventure, I did not remember she could do that.
The orc falls over, and everyone just walks up and starts beating the crap out of him.
You're right. Oh no. Oh no.
But they will
Don't
they will
worry.
crit. They will crit
John's
off the
going.
rip.
John's
The first
going
one
next.
will crit. All right, she's very pleased with herself until she realizes that. John, it's your turn. Mr. Smiley is stunned.
Yeah. John is going to look over to Waith and say, "This one."
Blast the blades!
Gosh, at this point, I feel like we just need to get this thing out of here. And we need to get to this guy. And this one's slowed. They're kind of stopped. Oh god, this is going to be tough.
This is a very complicated situation.
Knocking him over would be, yeah, no, that's not going to work. Okay. I'm going to trust the fact that I have confident allies that are going to be able to get out of this. Now that Medwithin has disabled this big threat and this one's stunned, John is going to slip by the stunned Mr. Smiley, and John is going to, as a bonus action, he's going to cast Carmichael's Draconic Form.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to transform into a half dragon looking dude. He's going to pick up the unconscious orc and fly towards the ship, letting them know to meet him there.
Okay.
Okay, wow.
John's just going to peace out with this prize.
Thanks, John.
I know. I feel like at this point, the crowd is going to be chasing off after us, so it'll create a big old diversion as I'm going to run this way to put a big crowd in front of all these people. So that way, everyone that is going to be going after this person that stole from them should hopefully funnel this way and create a big distraction so that way 10 Kobold can grab this dude. And yeah, we'll be in good shape there. Oh, yeah, actually, you know what? That's a good idea. John's going to fly this way.
Okay. Go move yourself as far as you can, and I will move the sleeping mind flayer with you.
Is the Sleepy Mind Flayer? Are they doing a honk shoe or a mimi?
It's more of a me.
Okay.
And John's going to holler off at this person. To duck over here.
Okay. 10 Kobold, seeing John turn into a dragon and fly off. Dolores, you see him look over at you, kind of shrugs, hops off the wagon, pulls up a blanket, lights a fuse, kicks it.
Oh gosh.
And the wagon goes backwards into the thing.
No.
Oh my god.
And he is then going to use his grappling hook in his armor to fly over here. And when he's perched on top of this, he's just going to look down at all, because there's like 4 of you here. Where the hell is Yasmin? Yasmin's over there. So, new plan?
Well, it looks like they're going after our target. I'm gonna try to get our new friend over there to help us create a diversion so we can get away.
Which new friend?
The big guy.
This
You
guy?
can hear him?
Oh, right. Yeah. Jump. Okay. No, that sounds good.
Hopefully he can create a diversion big enough that we can head down one of these north paths back to the ship.
Boguk is going, let's see. Boguk, since it's his turn, is going to look up at the enthralled bandits who are still following their last order, which was just to prevent anyone from passing. He then casts Calm Emotions on this crowd. He's going to walk up here and then cast Calm Emotions on the crowd. The ones that you've suggested into, that person pickpocketed you. They're like, I'm still pretty upset about this. I feel like I should be upset about this. But there are 4 bandits in the area of effect who are all mind controlled.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're rolling like ass. So Boguk just goes ahead and says, breathe deep, seek peace, and then gestures for everyone to follow.
I had to find good deals on the other street.
Meanwhile, the mob that you have ensorcelled is going to continue chasing after the Mind Flayer. Except for the ones who have been calmed. They're just kind of like, I want to go file a complaint.
I must report this to the
Captain
authorities.
somebody get Captain Ursatz, please. My property has been taken.
What property is that? I'm not sure, but it's very precious to me.
It's my Nunya.
My Nunya.
Yeah,
my nacho cheese.
My nacho cheese. I did not expect any of this to go down like this at all. Okay. Yasmin, while I continue to play with my action figures, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. So are there any? First of all, where's Green Hat Guy?
Oh, you cannot see Green Hat Guy. He's way to the south.
Oh, okay.
All the way down. Okay, ignore the giant Borg cube. Pretend that's not a thing.
Okay. Is there any thug near me that hasn't been calmed?
All 4 of the bandits near you have been calmed. The thugs are not under the Mind Flayer's control. They are not thralls.
Right. I should clarify. I mean the thralls. Are there any thralls that have not been?
There are 2 thralls that have not been calmed. One. Okay, ignore the giant. I switched accounts. Okay, I've got 3 browsers open. Ignore the other gigantic fireball of death.
Got you, mate. I got you.
Yeah,
All
these 2.
good.
Good job.
Cool.
And then we have these ones over here.
Yeah, none
They
of these
also-
ones have been. They're all affected right now.
They're slow though.
Only 2 of them are slow. There's more.
Yeah, the ones down here have not. Or, yeah,
They're so slow that somehow they got out of the initiative order. So I'm just gonna roll them back.
These 2 I think are slowed. Yeah.
Yes.
The ones with snails.
So these guys are okay. Which way is Bogart gesturing to go towards?
North.
North. Okay.
Yeah. Essentially,
I am going to.
John has the package and a bonus package, so we're just gonna get back to the ship.
All right. You know what? I haven't used this gadget yet, so let's do it. The wrist pad comes, or the wristwatch comes back out. A summoning sequence comes in. Mechanized steed.
Yeah. Yes.
Excellent.
You see this like motorcycle. It's a motorcycle, but like based on it's got like it doesn't have any apparent engine. Very sleek, very sleek. No headlights, no engine, and the wheels almost seem to flow into the body. There doesn't really seem to be it doesn't really explain how they spin. But I'm gonna hop on it, rev it, and I've got a bike.
Oh, what just popped up there?
That was scary looking.
The motorcycle is not linked correctly to the motorcycle token. So
Oh.
This is a motorcycle token?
This is what I have for you, right? Where the hell did it go?
Right here.
Okay.
This
yeah,
thing
it
here?
just did. Jumpgate still has some bugs.
Yeah, all good, all good.
Is it a nano bike? Is that what this is? Like a nanite bike?
What?
If the
is my
spell's in your
speed?
thing, hit the spell. If the spell's not in your thing, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I don't have the spell. But
It's like find
anyway.
greater steed, right?
I think it's just find steed. I just don't know what the speed of it would be.
It probably has at least the stats of a warhorse, so it has at least a 60-foot movement.
Okay, well, yeah, it does have that. All right, so I've effectively 60 feet now. I assume I can only, let's see. I'm going to drive up to the north end. Call it 60 feet. Can I drive? No, this is like difficult terrain here, right? Like all this.
Correct. And you have
Okay,
control
so
over the
let's
motorcycle.
go- Oh, I do. Okay, cool.
Tabletop role-playing games on motorcycles.
Oh wait, I can select them both at the same time. Let's go.
Question:
Yeah, there
what
we
would
go.
the check be for Yasmin to like spin around and like jump off this house and like vault over? Is that doable? Is that like a thing?
It's not doable.
I mean, that sounds pretty sick.
It does sound pretty sick, but I'd like to highlight I'm an intelligence caster with very low athletic ability.
It's a good thing you crafted such an amazing bike.
That is true. It does have the stats of the. Hang on.
While you're doing that, Dolores, go ahead and take your turn. Mr. Smiley is still stunned.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to
Oh hell yeah! Okay.
follow this way. Oh my god.
So it'll be 10, 20, 30.
Up here.
Yeah, GM, I would like to like drive up to the edge of this and then like rev off this roof to try and jump this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a land vehicles check.
Land vehicles check. Where are you?
So if you're not proficient with land vehicles, then you would pick the appropriate modifier.
Yeah, an ability score.
Okay, which one would it be then?
What do you think would be appropriate? Dexterity makes the most sense, but you could run the numbers.
Dexterity would be like if you're actually doing physical handling, you could make a case for something else.
Your stats. We're gonna say your stats
Okay.
for the time being.
I don't have very good stats on any ability in this case, so it's just gonna be Dex, I guess.
Okay.
Sort of like trying to balance as I try and ride the thing. Let's go with make sure it's normal.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, not bad. Not bad.
You have pulled off the maneuver and you look sick doing it.
Hell yeah. Glowing gold eyes like flare out as just, this motorcycle revs over the roof. Nice.
Dolores.
Cool. Any baddies by me? Oh, actually, I still have my action.
Didn't you cast the
Right?
spell? Didn't you cast the spell?
Oh yeah, it does. I think it's. Let me double check because I might be. I'll double check, but yeah, I think that's my
Okay.
turn then.
Dolores, go ahead and I see you moving. You appear to be under Medwithin.
Yeah. So I'm moving up towards I'm
Okay.
following Bogart.
Did you dash or no?
Yes.
Okay, because this would have been 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You could go
I
further.
assumed I was moving through one square of difficult terrain.
Only one though, so that would be 20 feet of
Oh.
movement to get here. So effectively on the map, you can go to 50 feet and you can move through allied squares. So,
Okay.
Hey
right.
mate, did Medwithin go anywhere after casting her spell?
Nope.
Okay.
She didn't move on her turn. There wasn't a path forward yet, and she wasn't really coming up with a plan. She was just like, I'm going to sleep this guy and then see what we do next.
All good. Where's my money? Where is it?
That dragon man is stealing our thief. They are running and they are pulling out crossbows.
Nice.
As an item interaction,
That-
they pull out crossbows.
That dragon stole the person who stole our stuff.
Exactly.
Took our germs.
I feel like this is a really weird version of the golden goose.
The anti-golden goose. Okay. Waith leaps off and springs into action.
Yeah, get him, buddy.
With his mighty movement speed of 40 feet and his monster block stats that don't include the ability to dash as a bonus action.
What?
He's not a rogue. He's a waif. I mean, he's a
Okay,
more
then he should just
spawn
leave
lurker.
then.
What?
He should probably just leave then.
Wait, is he going after the
Mr. Smiley.
informant or Mr. Smiley?
He's going after Mr. Smiley. John told him to get Mr. Smiley, and he's going to go get Mr. Smiley.
But he can't dash as an action?
He did dash. His move speed is 40 feet.
He's tiny. Leave him alone.
Okay, I was confused.
He was in
Okay,
this
never mind.
square. No, wait. Which square was he in? I think he was in this square.
He was in this
Yeah.
square.
Congratulations. He gets a whole that much
Yay,
further.
okay. Good. That's good.
Uzgalar is asleep.
That's all we need.
Molly is going to...
Hopefully not flub her next roll.
She very quickly loads her flintlock rifle, which should not be physically possible. She's just that cool.
She's that cool.
And she's going to shoot the shot at Mr. Smiley.
Take him down in one shot. You can do it, Molly. I believe. Oh, come on.
She couldn't.
Kidding me.
Specifically requested that she not flub her next roll.
She uses her adaptive ability to
Oh
add
my
one to
God.
I knew it.
and turns it into a hit for 4 points of piercing damage. She then rolls,
Hey.
curses in Elvish, and slides off the roof.
Yeah.
Maul's been spending too much time around Yasmin. What can we say?
Slides off the roof. And she's going to wrap around to meet you guys.
Okay.
Med Within is going to delicately and carefully walk through the crowd since they are all becalmed.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Wog.
John, it's your turn.
Okay, well, John is very specifically putting this person's body like between him and like these people who are trying to wake them up. And he's going to go ahead and
You're not
do his
invisible
little
anymore, right? 'Cause you
dash.
cast spells
Not
and
invisible
shit.
anymore because
Okay,
I cast a spell. Yeah.
Go ahead and drop the ninja.
That'd be wild just seeing this sleeping psychic orc lady just
As
floating
he draws
through the air.
closer, he's going to actually, yeah, this is great. He's going to use his bonus action to cast Misty Step, and he's going to teleport with this person in hand right next to this dude and reach out to grab them so he can fly them all away.
Thank you for the dragon strength of that spell, right?
Well, John has a 13 strength. He's moderately.
So 13
moved.
times 15 is your weight capacity without, let's see, times 15. So you can carry 195 pounds. You are encumbered. You move at half speed when you're carrying both of them.
Copy that.
Unfortunately, a crowd following behind you, wanting to beat the hell out of one of your bundles.
Kester is going to jump down and transform into a giant cat. Can you please summon?
Yes.
Is that a cat?
Please summon, can you summon Battle Cat because Battle Cat's going to tear into these bandits.
Battle Cat.
Charlemagne activated.
Yay! Yeah, get Charlemagne in there. Okay, Charlemagne's going to F him up.
Is that a cat? He's got a
So he jumps on-
sword.
You
He jumps
idiots!
on
We
one
all
of
have
them.
swords.
We all have sword. Ooh, an 11.
You missed.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do anything. Yeah, that,
No, yeah, you
normally
missed.
Charlemagne only with a follow up of pounce, but I can't do it. So yeah, Charlemagne jumps down,
Lucky.
gets in their face, and just does like a mighty roar. It slashes out towards one of them, but they kind of jump back, just terrified, and they're not able to do their follow up. They're looking very menacing.
Okay, I have moved all of my bandits. It is 10 Kobol's turn. The other cart explodes. John, there's a huge explosion.
Elves to the yes. I love huge explosions.
I think he actually did blow someone's house up now. He didn't
Oh,
originally
God.
intend to blow up anyone's
Somebody's
house,
gonna-
but he did end up blowing up someone's house.
He didn't intend it, but it sounds like it might be a sweet bonus for him.
Yeah.
Accurate.
I mean, he is an arsonist, so you know.
All right. 10 Kobol uses his grappling hook as a bonus action to swing over to this house. And then is he acrobatic at all?
He can just run through the streets, right? What's he doing?
Well, it was a question of how cool he wanted to look, all right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's going to slide off and run to the streets. He's not going to look that cool.
He's like, Batman, wait, I can't do that.
He just sort of slides past you, Dolores. Dancing Lights, aka Fairy Fire, aka Green Hat Man, is yeah, just gonna keep his flintlock. Oh no, he's got a flintlock. You know what? He'll go ahead and take the shot.
At what? At whom?
Oh, this mother effer right here.
And I'm not gonna bother with things because Gamer has sneak attack.
Yeah, get owned.
Damn.
So he just like puts a bullet between this guy's eyes with his flintlock.
Dang.
Just pulls it out of nowhere. Blam! Fly, my pretties, fly! Let's see. Boguk is going to keep concentrating on calm emotions and move through the crowd. He would use a bonus action to cast guidance, but he doesn't want to lose calm emotions. The angry mob continues to pursue. It is unlikely that they'll catch up, but, you know, I got to keep them moving. Yasmin, you are up.
So we have to retcon some stuff, unfortunately. I didn't realize Find Steed was a 10-minute cast time, not an action. Yeah, so that is...
How much inspiration do you have?
As far as I know, 2?
Okay. For 2,
Because I just never spent them?
For 2, I will escalate a 10-minute. I will let you de-retcon that.
Oh, okay. So I still have my cool bike. Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you burn 2 inspiration to forgive that sin, and you keep the cool bike.
Sick. All right,
Carry
so
on.
I have 60 feet of movement. Let's make it 120 with a dash. Driving like through here, I guess.
This
I'm
gnome
not
who's just
broadcasting.
like managing this gigantic bubbling water house. Maniac!
He's a maniac.
You're just jealous.
He's like, damn kids.
Yeah.
You guys,
And I'm
your motorbikes.
I am absolutely revving this thing as loud as it goes. I'm hitting red line.
You're a menace.
I think that's rough. Okay, let's measure.
Oh
this.
no, you're going so fast you lost your bike.
Oh, I forgot to select them both. I can bring it back.
You got a lot more space. Yeah.
Oh, I get to like here.
Yeah, you're gonna drive
Yeah.
up this pedestrian will have time to get out of the way, but is going to have to get out of the way.
All right, here we're here. This I assume this is a just a regular commoner.
Yes.
Okay. Am I passing by any thought like any enthralled people? Oh, these are the rats, eh?
Yeah, you squished like a rat or 2 on the way in. They were coalescing to form. They were like the Uzgalar summon activated their swarm protocol, but then fell asleep and they stopped getting orders.
Master, I just think this plan wasn't thought through very well.
Now you're just like, no more rats.
I have a big head,
I should
little
have had
arms.
+3 to this, which is still not enough. Mr. Smiley remains paralyzed. Was there something else you were adding to that, Yasmin?
Oh no, that's my action and my movement. I'm good.
Dolores, it's your turn. What do you do?
All right. I am going to follow through the crowd. Where is ruler? No, wait, no. Need a line, not a square. Okay, so I'm going to move through here. Wait, how do you make it? How do you?
If you click, you can do angles. So if you click down on this spot, and then you can keep moving while you're holding with the left click, you can right click to
like
do
drop
a little pin.
waypoints. And you can do that when you've picked up your character token as well. So when you pick up your character token, if you right click while you're still, before you drop them, you'll get a measurement line. That then you can right click to drop more waypoints in order to track your entire movement.
Wait, that's just making me.
You can also control Z.
Oh, there we go. Okay, Control Z is definitely better. Oh, wait, no.
That just undoes what you
That's
did.
not what okay. Anyways, I'm going to move through the crowd up to that 60.
All right, go ahead and put yourself there. That's a move and a dash. Do you want a bonus action or no?
No.
Okay.
Just trying to get back to the ship.
All right. You can now see your biggest fan. He has no idea what you look like because he didn't even see you playing the pipes. He's just still going.
Okay. But he can see me.
Yeah, but he has no idea
There
it's
he
you.
is. I'm gonna honk on my.
He immediately starts heading towards you.
He's fast. Uh-oh.
Me doing it big. Oh my god, he is fast. Jesus. I looked away for a second.
He's highly motivated.
He's highly motivated.
Is he causing
Oh,
like
gosh.
localized? Is he causing like localized tremors?
Yes.
Or is he like
Very localized, but all right.
Is whatever this is dead? Did he just like squish it?
He squished it and it pops out of the mud because it just got displaced into the mud.
Oh, okay.
It's actually
Nice.
still alive. Oi! Sword cat! Give us that there. That's a pickpocket.
Righto, let me. I'm sorry. She's a drunk friend of mine. I'll. But if she did something wrong, I'll be happy to escort her to the proper authorities. Please
We're going
come
to
this
beat
way.
the crap out of her.
Yeah, about that.
We
So,
are
wait, if you
going
could just
to
put her
beat
right
the crap
here,
out of
I would
her.
like her right there.
They didn't pull out their longbow. They had their crossbows, but they switched back because there's like a sword cat in the way and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Unfortunately for dear Mr. Smiley, Waith got there before he anything. It is
He died the way he lived. Smiling.
bonus action. Coats his blade with scorpion poison.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
And our attacks against stunned creatures aren't auto crits, right? They just have advantage.
Just advantage.
Okay. Well, first attack.
Oh.
Okay, that's a hit. So that's 30 points of damage because of the poison. Also sneak attack damage.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
That is Ooh, Mr. Smiley is resistant to poison.
Okay.
So he takes 27 points of normal damage, and then he takes 10 points of poison damage, and then Waith stabs him again.
Wait, stabs him again.
You're still
my.
standing?
Oh
Yes.
my. How do you want to do this, Wade? He crawls inside of it, makes a new bag.
He can't because he would not be the first one there.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
Ew, no.
Because when he kills him, he chops off the top half of his skull, and Mr. Smiley's brain falls out, lying on the ground with its legs up in the air.
Oh no.
Ew.
Kill it dead, Waith.
Did he also kill the intellect devourer that had it, or is it? Oh, thank God. Okay.
The intellect devourer is alive.
Oh, it's alive.
But
Oh
stunned.
no. Oh no.
Yeah, that's why Mr. Smiley had 2 stat blocks.
Oh, I see. I see. Oh, and it was beating me out by my intelligence because I was just a big beacon of wing, 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 wing.
Yep.
That's bullshit.
Exactly. That's why everything I've done so far is legal.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Certain
That is legal bullshit.
It's my favorite kind of bullshit. And Molly runs through the crowd. Medwithin, Dolores.
Molly?
Hello, hello, hello.
Does she have any specials she can use here? No, she moved. So
No dimension door on this one, huh?
No, that's not her skill set. She has Pass Without Trace and Long Strider. She's more likely once the whole group's together.
That sounds incredible.
She just dashed, but yeah, the plan is she's gonna just let's just make a quiet exit. Uzgalar is asleep. Medwithin is going to offer you her arm, Dolores, and just keep moving.
Oh yeah.
All right. So she uses 20 feet and then an additional 20 feet of movement to move the two of you together. All right, there we go.
Oh, sorry, I just heard. Yeah.
Is this a free action?
Yes, she's using half of her movement to move you, and yes, that's a free action.
Oh, lovely.
John, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay, so you're gonna be just stunned by what I'm planning here.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Enlarge Reduce. I'm assuming because they're asleep, they don't get a save, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now this person is the size of a tiny little thing. I drop them in my bag of holding.
What the new plan is the same as the old plan.
The new plan is the same as the old plan. And I'm gonna go ahead and it really doesn't matter that we're here, but I'm
is
just
your
gonna take us
Draconic
behind this
transformation
house.
a concentration spell?
It is not a concentration spell.
Carry on. You are now concentrating on Enlarge.
I am going to be going over here with my buddy, the person who is with me, and I'm going to tell them just hang out for a second. We're just blocking line of sight from these guys. We're behind this house, so they can't shoot us.
Got it.
And I
Anything
begin
else?
casting another spell, but I can't do it this turn. But I begin the
But
incantation.
narratively, what does Charlemagne do?
Narratively, Charlemagne kicks the shit out of a bunch of garbage.
I'm going to narratively murder you.
You're going to beat you to death. Okay, here we go. And with that magic sword, and there we go. Finally, that one hit. And so, okay. I did this out of order, but I'd like to do this. I thought that I had to do this after I landed a hit. Oh, it is. And then hits it. Oh, wait.
You move and then hit.
I would like to have done this, please. That's what I wanted to do.
How would you get? Where did that movement come from?
When I fell out
last round.
Well, I was supposed to do pounce with the magic sword, but I thought I had to hit the sword to do the pounce, but it's the back.
No, you have to hit, and you didn't hit last round. Last round you jumped out and you swung and you missed. That's when it procs.
Pounce is a bonus action, not an action.
It's just, no, it's not. It shouldn't even be a bonus action. It should just be a thing that happens, an automatic thing that happens. If you move
on
at
my
least
character
20,
sheet, it's a bonus action.
that's there incorrectly.
Okay, then the Charlemagne backs up and then goes forward.
Okay, I'm taking my attacks of opportunity.
Well, your second attack. You just get one, right?
No, I have 2 guys in range.
This one's gonna fight the cat?
No. There were these 2 guys, and then if you so you kill this guy and then you back off and then you attack this guy? Got it.
Yeah.
I'm on the same page. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, I believe.
You take 2 slashing damage. Weep and
Hold
die.
on, Charlemagne does get hit, yeah.
Weep and die and take 2 slashing damage.
2 slashing damage. Oh no, that's
and then do your thing.
Hurt my temporary hit points so bad. And then we're gonna go ahead and do another. Oh, you have to make a save. make a DC 15.
Oh no, you have to hit
strength
me
saving throw.
first because you rolled your first attack, which you got a 25, and you rolled 12 slashing damage, which killed guy number 1. Then you
Well, then take
left.
this.
Okay, there we go. That's great. Do you want to use your reaction to finish him?
Yes.
Actually, no. Why don't I make the save first? Because if I make the
Yes, so
save,
then I because
you
then
get a
I
free
can
attack. Yeah,
overrun. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I made the save. Would you like to use your reaction to finish him?
No, I'm just gonna hit him with a magic sword. I'm just gonna...
But you got 3 attacks.
Oh, you made your save. You made your save. Yeah, I'll use my
I made
reaction.
my save. I made
All
my
right.
save. All right.
I thought you said he failed his save. I misheard.
Nope,
Okay,
nope,
yeah,
he
he'll
made
use his
it.
reaction.
All right,
and then
all right,
Charlemagne's
all right.
gonna peace out.
Put a clock on yourself and remember to use 20 feet of movement.
Yes.
All right. Well, they're thralls, so I already moved all of them because I was moving them during your turn. So I guess that's it for them. These 2 got mind blasted by their own guy. These 4 are just chill about everything. It is now 10 Kobol's turn. So here's what 10 Kobol's going to
Oh
do.
no.
Oh gosh, what is Ten Kobold doing?
He sees these nice, calm thralls just hanging out, doing absolutely nothing.
Oh no.
So he lights a bomb, drops it at their feet.
Oh no.
As an action. Then as a bonus action, he grapples over to this roof.
Oh no.
And then just uses his movement to keep on trucking.
Why would you do this?
Because they're enemy combatants.
Oh Lord.
And he will use his reaction to finish him, so they actually die as well.
Oh my god.
However, the other 2 are no longer emotion calmed.
Yeah, their calm has been ruined.
Yeah, he harshed their chill. Dancing Lights, aka Fairy Fire, is just holding ground, reloading the pistol now that is on the ground actually instead of flying, and that's it. The door of the slime shop opens.
Oh, now it opens.
Kobold, I swear to Jubilex, if you blast one shingle off this property, I'm gonna sue this cucumber right up.
So are they like an item then?
He then closes.
They
the
are
door.
now.
He's been on the initiative tracker this whole time.
But she has.
Yeah, she's just been on the DM layer, so you haven't seen her.
You didn't see anything.
Brewing a cup of tea, like just chilling.
If someone blew up her house and all the slimes got loose or anything like that, like I needed to know what she was up to. You know what I mean? It was relevant.
Mate, are all these commoners also like engaged with these people? Like just this big pile of people trying to like
the ones who
get
have
through?
the little charm icon on them are.
Okay.
The ones who don't are not. Boguk glowers at 10 Kobold for a moment. And then, let's see. Hoists his blunderbuss in hand and just keeps running.
Oh god. Okay, good.
It has a 15-foot range. So you know what? He's going to put himself at the rear of the... Hold on. Yeah, undo all of that. Here's what he's going to do. He's going to put himself at the rear of the column and ready in action to shoot nails at the first enemy who approaches him.
Oh gosh. Don't reward 10 Kobold's behavior.
He feels he has a responsibility to protect the team.
I know he does. I know he does.
The rest of the angry mob continues the chase.
Now, does everyone even know where they are anymore now that they've been spirited away into a bag of holding? And
Well, they saw the flying that way, so they're acting.
so they're heading this way. Yeah,
they're acting on at least the information that they had. You know what I mean?
Glorious.
I feel like this is gonna turn into a Scooby-Doo-esque chase.
I feel like we passed that threshold a while ago.
Benny Hill theme starts playing.
Yeah, Yasmin, on your you know what? It's because it's the commoner's turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and
Well, can you see the thing now? Like the thing that I drew?
Yes, I can see your path.
Okay. That's the pathing that I'm gonna take to get like by the ship.
Okay.
Vroom.
On this like little pathway between houses that are leaning towards each other and just
yeah. So is there anything in I assume this is a baddie here. This is like one of the rats.
Mm-hmm.
For fun, let's solar gaze it.
Okay.
Just for fun.
Just this like on this, hog just grinding down the streets of this asteroid city, and then you look at this cranium rat, it's holding something. Your eyes gleam with celestial, burning, angelic rat that just drops its walnut or whatever. Click the ability. It's a cranium rat, so it's probably like an organ or something.
I don't think it's on. I don't think we ever added it to my sheet.
All right. Well, it flees in literally blind terror.
Okay.
It is now Mr. Smiley, aka the Intellect Devourer's turn.
Please.
It is stunned, right?
Depending on the next roll that I make.
Let's see it. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, well.
At the end of its turn, it stops being stunned.
Okay.
Wait, you have one job.
Kill
Loris,
the brain.
It is your turn. What do you do?
Okay. Does Jeffo speak common?
Let me find out.
Jeffo speaks good common.
Yes.
Jeffo speaks excellent common.
Really? Okay. And I'm assuming he can hear me from where we are right now. Okay. I'm gonna try to convince him if he sees any of those rats or any of these guys. Smash them.
They hate the music. They are not fans of the art.
Yeah.
Jeffo understands, but Jeffo is being given several different trait sets to smash on site. Jeffo is somewhat confused. Please roll a deception or persuasion check.
Alright. Where'd my character sheet go? Yeah.
Jeffo suggests alt double clicking on your token to open your character.
Do I get advantage for the fight?
Yes.
Ooh.
Can we take Jeppo up with us?
Why do I get
Since we've picked up another pathetic life form.
Wait, what has happened?
You gotta stop making these characters so cool, mate.
I'm sorry, I'll be a bad DM.
Wait,
You just
no.
make Jump up way too interesting.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Let us persuade.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Hello, nurse.
Jeffo has strange feelings. Jeffo has only had Bagpipe Lady for 3 rounds, but if anything happened to her, he would squish all the rats and then himself.
Okay, he's gotta come now. Come on, buddy. You're coming with us. By the way, I think your bicycle just turned into a tricycle after that.
All right, you have that was your bonus action.
Okay. We're gonna keep moving.
Okay, go ahead.
Keep going to that.
If you move at half speed, you can bring Medwithin with you, and she can do the same for you. So effectively, the two of you can move together.
Just keep it going. Be still.
that.
Be still, my heart.
It's like a date. Okay. half speed.
You know, you can see this as if you went and did this performance after having this wonderful farmer's market experience. You put on a performance, and now a flash mob is just running around. Just there's firework displays going off. It's
That'll
like
work, by the way.
the best date.
Yep, that'll work. You move yourself there. She'll move here.
Tremendous. It's all about framing. It's all about framing.
All about framing.
Jumpa pokes his head up, and he's just like his head, which is pretty large, but he's down a slope and he's looking up at the thug.
You like honking music?
Yeah, Jumpa, it's good stuff. I love honking music. He gets like all up in the way.
Oh, nice.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Bouncer. You like music? Yeah, go on.
Like, you like honking music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bogok just takes the opportunity to say, I also like honking music.
What's the password? The password is password.
The access code is access code. Meanwhile, down here on the path, the thugs, see, suggestion doesn't include throwing yourself off a cliff or doing anything incredibly dangerous. So they are within like 15 to 20 feet of the death cat, but they are not getting any closer to the death cat.
I do not like the cobra chicken.
I do not like the cobra chicken. And now it is time for the battle of the century. Waith versus Brain.
In this corner, weighing in at 5 ounces. Wait, but in this corner, we have a brain with legs.
And
Probably about 3 to 4 pounds.
Yeah, right?
Attack. Does a 16 hit a brain? Yes, it does. Are brains resistant to poison? No, they're not. He gets a saving throw.
Thank God.
And he kills the goddamn brain with poison.
Yes, Waith, yes!
MVP.
Waith is getting 2 bags tonight.
He gives like a jackal sort of. And he scampers off.
You earned that scamper.
Molly.
I don't have a jackal, but I've got this.
That'll work. Molly's going to roll up, and she will, in fact, cast Pass Without Trace.
Yeah.
Uzgalar is asleep. Meduthin continues to, not nonchalantly, because there is
holding up their dress,
like one arm in yours, one arm just like, nah, she's just magicking her dress to make sure that it's just, up.
Holding your dress is for plebes.
We have people for that.
Her feet barely touch the ground as she's just like gliding across the way.
John, and in this town, she is wearing shoes. She is very much wearing shoes around here.
I bet they're pretty nice shoes.
Oh, they're very nice shoes. John, what do you do?
All right, well, surprising no one, John decides to get us the heck out of here. And he's going to cast Dimension Door to put it on the ship and take those in hand with him.
Okay, can you bring
Wait, what
Chester?
about?
No, Chester's going to do... Chester moves as fast as a motorcycle. We're fine.
You're just on a motorcycle and you just turn and there's this huge battle cat with a sword looking at you and running alongside. This game is ridiculous.
Isn't there an episode of He-Man like that? Like pretty much exactly like that?
Probably.
I'm sure there is.
Probably.
Chester, he roars at these people and then just takes off, up out of hell this way.
Like a cat out of hell?
Like a cat out of hell. Oh.
All right. Tenkoble fires his blunderbuss. There is a pile of scrap metal, nails, glass shards, and other things where this bandit's face used to be.
Ew.
The other one rushes up to attack, but does not have the movement to actually attack.
Wait, it's rushing up to attack?
Yeah.
You've activated my trap.
He didn't ready an action last time. He moved
Ah,
twice.
damn
Yeah.
it.
It's fine though. He's big, you know?
You do be big.
Now that the battle cat is gone or leaving, the rest of the mob, both bound thralls and mob-incited mob, are charging down that way.
Quick, he went that way.
10 Kobold is going to... Let's see, how far is he? Can he be within 15 feet? Yeah, he can get within 15 feet.
Oh,
10
gosh.
Kobold's going to get within 15 feet of the other guy. And shoot him
In the face.
Him dead.
with a flamethrower.
Wait, what?
He shoots his flame gun, you know? The really nice flame gun that he had.
Yeah.
He lights the guy on fire, and he flails around like a stunt guy on fire and dies. And then 10 Kobold uses a bonus action to just... and is just on his way. He seems to be in a better mood now.
Also, mate, John would have started tying up the little tiny mind flayer.
Yeah,
person.
you have the rest of the crew, like, you teleported to the boat, so Zomkug is available.
Yeah, he would have let them know what's happening. Like, A, pulls out the little tiny sleeping thing, going, this is actually a mind flayer in disguise. Make sure it can't do anything.
So wait, speaking of mind flayers and flamethrowers,
I like where this is going.
Yeah?
if you were to use that flamethrower on a mind flayer, would it smell like calamari?
Hey!
Depends on how close you were.
Whatever it is, it would smell delicious.
Thank you, friend Juppowup. You have excellent taste in music. And Boguk moves.
I love it.
They have no chance of catching up, so I'm just going to inform you that the mob is continuing to tear through with pitchforks and torches and rifles and clubs and everything, just marching through. Yasmin,
What an amazing mob. I love them.
you are basically to the docks. Do you want to like jump up and land on the deck of the ship? What's the plan?
Yeah. If there's no like thralls between me and the ship, then yeah, I'll gun it for the.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll drive it for the ship.
Somewhere below
yeah.
decks. What is that infernal contraption on my nice clean deck?
I'll rev it one more time, then shut it off.
Dolores,
I've got a taste for the road.
Do you want to leave the battle?
Yes.
Okay. The rest of the party successfully extracts. Are you trying to bring Juppowup with you?
Yes.
Mm,
Wait, no?
I was gonna say no. I don't think taking him out of his natural habitat is very kind. But before I go, I am going to throw a kazoo towards him.
Yeah.
For him.
Okay.
For him.
It fits his nostril because he's an ogre.
Hmm.
You just made a friend for life.
All right. And so our heroes escape not only with their contact, but with the assassin sent to slaughter them onto Pilgrim's Progress. And the ship casts off and just starts getting to a safe distance so no outside parties can interfere. And we will continue our adventure when we return from a short break. Don't go anywhere. Magic dampens sound in these quarters, quieting boisterous visitors and heavy snoring.
And other things. I mean,
and other
we're all
things.
thinking it.
Are we though? Are we?
These cheeks don't clap themselves. So just saying.
Colonel,
I've been feeling
I'm trying to sneak
alright,
around,
baby.
but I'm dummy thick. The clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. All right. So do you guys just want to spend the night and then get breakfast and do this thing?
Please,
Yeah,
God,
let's go.
yes.
Yeah.
Release me from this hell. Unless you have expertise or anything in art.
Okay, that's that's.
Not even Madorn can penetrate the deep.
Wait, does Evil Gang have one more inspiration?
I'm checking for Evil Gang inspiration. Please stand by.
Quan, used 2?
I have 1 left.
Okay.
I have 1 left for Quan. So I'm going to count this for Evil Gang. Go ahead and roll that again.
All right. Also, let's change the name to Alex. Just just for.
Wait, no way. What?
It was meant to be, Alexander.
Huh?
Evil Gang is not their shit.
It just really be like that.
My God. Oh my God. Okay.
Holy fuck.
Ooh, addition.
Hunting horns, strength to the predators, woe to the prey. All right. That means somebody has to assert their dominance to gain an advantage. Whoever doesn't is we call that the Alexander bookmark.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
All right.
Got a stick at the book.
Thank you for ruining the subtlety of that entire moment. Just flat out saying it.
Remember leg day saying it. It's just so funny.
Oh God,
To
editing
clear the
that.
air. There
So
was
funny.
no dick in the book. Just to clear the
I mean,
air.
he has his
dick
back.
in the book.
Well,
Just
he's-
two
he's
vague,
on the book back.
sweaty stains.
Walk into Alex's area. It's gonna be.
No wonder
Oh,
he went
God.
and stole it.
Yeah, I needed it back.
I love you, and I always have. Even though you killed me, I thought our relationship would grow into something so beautiful that neither of us would be able to stop that love or passion.
Wait, hold on. Just wait, don't go into the light yet. Like, hold him like up my arms as he's on fire. Oh God, this kind of hurts a little bit. We could have been friends. We really could have. But I just want you to know that even in your death, you will be remembered because I have a new line of cryptocurrency coming out.
Wait, you what?
They're called NF trinkets.
Oh God, fucking kill me now, please.
Breaking time and space with their arcane potential. They're able to burrow into this creature's mind and tell it no. And determined, having not seen a creature for who knows how long, this lonely, sad soul ignores the command. And then, in retrospect, Camellia, burning an ounce of their heroism and the bit of luck that they got from Fortune's father, is able to also bring their will to bear, trying to force this creature not to do that. And like a stubborn child that demands more from life than what it's been given, the lonely creature
Well, now
says
it still has to make
9.
the attack roll for it to
That's right.
land, but-
And now it has to make the tackle. So it is going to make its attack. After all of this, it's just going to miss. Watch. All right. So
Come on, baby.
harpoon arm go. A natural 1. I have 9 inspiration. I'm using one. But that wail of yes from the natural 1.
The Arbiter makes his way out of this portal, launches into the sky with his wings. Acolytes! You have come for dungeons and dice and death matches. And I have returned to satiate your bloodlust. As you look at each other in the sands of the arena, you've been here before. You were here that day. You know what happens in this arena. You know what is next. You know what you must do. Welcome to D20 Deathmatch.
Knock, 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 knock.
Wake up, bitch. We're going shopping.
Yep, this tracks. Yep, sorry, Balvi. Go back to sleep again. Goes
Cat butt.
Cat butt.
goes, answers the door, probably steps outside.
As to not disturb Belvy.
They would have gotten. They would have gotten Athalor first because he's on the way. How would they have collected Athalor?
Small girls, just checking.
No, grown men can lift for sword, Garnet.
Well,
Would you
I
like to
could
try?
eat a soul. I could eat a soul like a snack.
But I'm more thinking practical terms about swinging this fucking massive sword.
Well, what if
And
it turns him
honestly,
evil?
I'm sorry, but
Evil
your
Chad?
arms are small and noodly.
Excuse Mantra, my arms are not noodly.
Macha comes walking
Minus
back
2 strength.
from the meeting. He's like, what did I just walk in on?
Oh, Mantra isn't here. Oh, hold on.
sword.
Yeah, you open the door. The sword is just like covered with evil runes on the floor on a plate, and you just see Garnet going.
My arms are noodly, right?
Do you
Right,
think
yo.
you lift that, Zweihander?
Yeah, you try it.
Your arms aren't noodly, but that thing is pretty big.
And evil.
And apparently evil. What is that?
Anything
And you
else
said
to
it's
bring up?
shallow, right? So it's just disintegrating.
Yeah,
not
it's
like
not that it's sinking in. It's just that it's melting away.
Oh god, that's brutal.
Technically, you don't sink in the lava. It's such very viscous material, and you can
Shut
walk
the
up
fuck
and
up.
burn.
Oh no.
Someone had picked him up and you were carrying him back. And you were going to figure out what to do with the pants, either try and break him out of the pants or turn them back to normal. There was a lot to the
Relatively soft, so getting him out of the pants shouldn't be too hard. Getting him out unscathed might be hard, but it's doable.
Well, is he wearing tight pants? Is he a tight pants kind of a guy, or is he like a loose?
Search your heart. You know he's a tight.
I mean, you knew.
Too bad
We all knew.
There are only 2 types of guys.
He
we
would
know
be using a
which type
crowbar and trying to pry them off his body.
There are 2 wolves inside you. One wolf wears tight pants. The other one does not.
Lemon Kiwi, I noticed something freaking ridiculous about Una.
What?
Under the familiar section, it talks about how, while the 2 of you are bonded, you can sense what it senses as long as you're within a mile of each other, right?
Right.
When Una's within 10 feet of you, you gain the benefits of magic resistance. You have advantage on all saving throws against spells and magical effects whenever Una's within 10 feet of you.
Oh, that's broken.
1 year later. Reading comprehension 20 inch, by the way. Holds him like a special.
This is my special magical resistance pants.
The power of bird compel.
Well, one aspect
You
of
ever
our
heard of a
society,
daily value, huh? What's
What?
the matter with you? They raise you stupid or something?
one great aspect of our society that I love so much is that we have what's called an intermediary good.
Can I eat it?
I mean, you
I'm
could.
in. Let's go. Fuck, my balls are so hot.
It in the same way that one can eat the dirt of the ground or the air of the sky.
You have carte blanche aside from that.
Cool. So thinking kind of like, because it's pocket dimension and shape shifting, but maybe it's kind of like a Venom-esque arrangement where it's a dimensional parasite that so like when he absorbs things into his hand, maybe it's like a fucking, oh no, I've done it again. Maybe it's a teethy hand that like a toothy hole.
Could you please just once not consort with otherworldly powers from beyond the scope of human imagination? Just once, like day.
I refuse. There's too much empty headspace here with my lack of a brain to not have another thing in there.
It is easy to see it more accurately from outside of the situation than inside of the situation.
Right.
I suppose that's why you have the friends that you have around you.
Kind of like claps her hands together. One of my favorite sayings is trash can, not trash cannot. So just do it.
Didn't realize your level up gave you an extra level in philosopher.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I honestly have very little confidence in saying I understand what you mean by that.
Okay. Just
Understandable. Have a nice.
Wonk.
Wonk. Welcome back, everyone, to my Tuesday night hell. Coriander Society, our interdimensional 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons campaign, where our heroes have just escaped to the safety of the good ship, the good Spelljammer Pilgrim's Progress, with their target, the resistance agents from the secret base of Vale on the subjugated planet called the Forge, as well as a mind flayer assassin, a potentially valuable captive. Back on board the ship, they took off pretty quickly as soon as you got back on board. They were just like, well, let's just not be here. You know, let's just be in the middle of space somewhere where if there are other cranium rats or anything else going on, let's just leave right now.
John does a big check, by the way. Like, make sure that checks everyone's person, make sure to look around, sends, Charlemagne around. Then there's no rats on the ship. No rats.
Okay. Roll investigation check.
Oh, you're making roll for it. All right, let's see. Investigation. Oh, that's a natural one. Sounds like there's a premium rat on the ship.
God.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen you roll so bad.
That was a pretty bad shot.
So, I have bad news.
Yeah, with that.
I have really bad news.
Was I a cranium rat the whole time?
No, the bad news is that there are no cranium rats on the ship.
Interesting. That's good to know.
I mean, there's no way for us to know any better. So, no cranium rats there are.
Guys, I didn't find anything. Neither did Chester.
I trust you implicitly, John.
I'll make you break dance. You are evil.
Also, by the way, great. Now there are 2 of them.
Oh, did they end up cloning? Where are the clones? I can only see one group. Jumpgate.
Is it just me? Let me
it's
read
just
me F5.
Well, it's not me. Jumpgate is still a work in progress. This is some Jumpgate related weirdness.
Okay.
All right. Back on board the ship, aside from inspecting for cranium rats, Jomlica orders Lonnie Laysimple to take the ship out and just start going, right? Like, we'll figure out where we're actually going. We're not going at cruising speed. We're just going to start going so that we're in the middle of nowhere. And she'll go to Boguk and John, like, all right, figure out what we're doing next so I can set a course. Call me if you need me.
Head in the direction of the Forge, but don't
Wait,
get
the
us there
Forge?
soon. Yeah.
Not like Perianth to go back?
Why would we want to go back? We've got what we need.
Yeah, we don't. Is there an armada?
We're in the middle of the
hold?
stars. It's not going to matter. We're in the middle of the stars. Don't worry about it. It'll take forever.
Okay. Got it. Okay, great. So when you have like an actual course, tell me where we're going.
Exactly.
Okay. No, well, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. And she's just going to go off. She grabs a bottle of rum. She's like, all right, just call me when you need me.
Mate, how long does sleep last, by the way?
Let's see.
Is it a good 8 hours? Is that what that is?
No. Otherwise, I'd be casting that shit on myself. It lasts for a minute.
For a minute. Okay, so yeah, we
now
definitely
that escape
needed
was
to have.
pretty quick, but the moment you got on board, as Dominica was taking the ship out, the lot of you, your first priority needs to be to come up with a plan, a containment plan, because this is a psychic entity that can do things to you without moving.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, I got it. Bam, there we go. I'm gonna do that till it works.
You're just gonna spam suggestion on it?
Yep.
Okay. If it doesn't do this in 3 rounds, it wakes up. And that is a wisdom save. Okay, wisdom save the first. 17. I failed. What's your suggestion?
Okay, so John's gonna go up to the mind flayer and just whisper in its ear. When you wake up, you realize that everything you've ever known about where you come from.
That. You can only suggest a course of action.
A course of action, yeah, exactly. Limited to a sentence or two.
Realizing is not a course of action.
Make the course of action sound reasonable. Okay. You are a...
That's an identity. It's not a course
You are
of
a
action.
planted... You are a planted seed. Yeah, you can say that, right?
It's not a course of action. Giving
Okay,
him a
hold on.
scenario isn't a course of action. All you can do is
Hold
say,
on.
you should do this.
Sound reasonable. Okay. You should spend the next 8 hours listening and taking stock as to what's happening. Do not take any hostile action because that's going to blow your cover.
Accepted.
Wait, is it psychically connected with other mind flayers? Because if it's
Only
just
when
paying
it's in-
attention to what's going on.
Only when it's in range. Only when it's in
Okay.
range of an elder brain. Or
Wait,
an
what is
Ulithorus.
that range though?
5
Miles.
miles is the usual range of an elder brain.
You can get out of range. You have a spell jammer.
Well, there shouldn't be a elder brain on the frickin'.
There 100% should not be an elder brain, but Dominica's one of those people who's just like, we're just gonna get like, what's the range on that? 5 miles. We're just gonna get 10 miles away. We're just gonna go 100
exactly.
miles away from everything.
We're just gonna get 1,000 miles away from that right now.
Exactly. Just like, let's just not worry about it.
Just not so far that we enter range somewhere else.
Exactly. Space is big and empty.
There's a
so-
bunch of rock taxis floating around with elder brains in them. You know, just to make sure it's the ether relay, but instead it connects the brains.
Mhm.
While John's doing that, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time fixing the boots.
Okay.
Last boots.
Because I believe you said it was a very simple
You mean-
fix, so I assume.
Yes. As soon as you fix them, like you spend any time whatsoever, they become functional and you can actually operate them. Also, go ahead and F5 your video when you have a chance.
Sure.
So we're gonna do.
Wait, does John realize, by the way, does this assassin, they're not able to cast any magical spells, right? It's just psionics.
The excellent analysis that Yasmin did indicated that this one has psionic spell casting, but it's not a magic.
Oh yeah, I will give that all that information. By the way,
This is what it can do. No material components using intelligence. So
Okay, but it is spells though.
yes, these can be counter
It's psionic
spells.
spells.
They require some
Beautiful.
magic components, all that crap.
Okay,
The
it's good magic
cuffs. Okay, cuff them. All right.
How many of those do you have, by the way?
Just these ones. These are ones that were tried to be used on me. I stole them. They're mine now. I wish I had more, but you know what? If you want to help me make some more, that would be incredible.
Is this one from Ascus? No, right?
No, this is
Yeah,
not
these
from
are
Ascus.
John, when you have a moment, I'd actually like to test some stuff with this, if we could.
When you
Yeah,
don't
can you do
have
it while? I was gonna say,
We
can you
don't
do
have
it
a
while
mic,
someone's
yeah.
being? Okay, then yeah, no.
I mean, you could, but if you break it, that's not good, right?
Yeah. No, this is a later thing. Just spark
Be
my curiosity.
absolutely. But you know what you can do though? John's gonna give him a list of the armor modifications that he has, and you can start looking at those and seeing what you can do with those.
I'll keep that in mind. Shall we? I mean, first we need to get information. We should probably talk to Mr. Green Hat guy. Get that one done.
Yeah, it's a very good idea.
Although,
Oh, also, hey, Yasmin, John's gonna bring back the destroyed pieces of his case of carrying that he's been slowly but surely refabricating and working on upgrading and getting back into good condition. I have this case. It was basically a really, 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 really nice extra dimensional space that I had crafted a long time ago. It got destroyed, and I've been trying to rebuild it, but it's taking me a lot longer than normal because I can't just sit down and work on it. Would you mind assisting me with getting this back up and running again if I can give you the schematics?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, for sure. And it'll be good to test the this mask out. I haven't gotten quite the grasp of what it can and can't do, and I'd like to test its limits.
Incredible. Also, I have this, and John's going to take out the candelabrum that he had previously lent to Dolores. If there's anything that you can do about taking what, because it's a really nice item, but it's not the most, it's very obvious when you're walking around holding it. So if you'd like to dabble with it and see what you can do, you're kind of, it seems like a construct expert, and this thing is really good at messing with constructs. So maybe you could figure out something useful.
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
I was going to give them the candelabra and the schematics for the case of carrying and the arm modifications, as well as the magic cuff information he has.
Cool.
Dolores, what's one vignette, brief scene, or narrative action you want to do before we get to any interrogations, etc.?
Oh, good question. What the hell is going on here?
Mods, invert this man's balls.
John and Dolores are just like playing music in the background.
Yeah, I guess I'll chat up Med within.
Might as well.
All right. She's, cleaning up and just like, yeah, that was an interesting adventure. What a place has a lot of local color, wouldn't you say? He's talking about it and like clearly like washing the place off of her.
Yeah, that was a really nice little stopover that we did.
What a lovely settlement. So when all is said and done, the crew doesn't have any major incidents to report. Nazar acts like he's about to say something, and Dominica like slaps him, like punches him in the stomach and says, again, no major instances to report. So on that, you have the initiative, whether you want to interrogate Uzgalar or talk to Dancing Lights. Or both, or whatever else.
Dancing Lights. Yeah, first Dancing Lights.
My only concern with Dancing Lights is that any information that kind of gets gleaned there might then become vulnerable to a psychic intrusion. Dealing with the bigger threat first may be a safer play.
Yeah, also, isn't that suggestion spell only good for 8 hours?
Correct. Yeah.
And then there's always a chance that it won't take.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd have to, spam cast it, that's for sure.
We may want to deal with that first then.
For sure. Well, then we can start with our interrogation. I just thought it would be nice to know from our friend Dancing Lights what they've learned, because that way, if we off this person before figuring out what they know, we might lose a possible in that we would have had.
Fair enough. I mean, keep it vague, I guess, and then.
Well, I feel like we're not going to just be. We have a ship down here and up here, like
True.
Kind of feel like we just get out of the range of detect thoughts. Detect thoughts isn't like a terribly long thing. Here, look, we got a range of, what is that, 30 feet, I believe.
What if we, and
30 feet.
My apologies to the DM, please don't hate me. What if we do these simultaneously? Yasmin can set it up so we can talk to each other mentally.
Oh, God.
And share information. What if we just did these on two separate sides of the ships?
We could.
It's not a bad idea.
I mean, having that up anyway is not a bad idea.
It's a ritual, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. No, I don't think that's a bad idea at all. And we can handle it. And I know you're apologizing to the DM, and I know why.
Be right back.
Because you're all going to be in group chat with each other. It won't actually be that mechanically difficult, because you can always suggest, like, you can all talk. It'll be the closest in-game simulation of what happens at the table in a scene like this. Where two, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can talk to each other out of character effectively.
Excellent.
All right.
Let's get meta.
Perfect. Matt needs a moment, so why don't the two of you either kill time by doing other stuff or pick one of these people that you want to go in on first?
Well, I'm gonna do
We should
Rary's
probably
telepathic.
divide.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Rary's telepathic bond. I'm hitting myself, Dolores, John, Medwithin. That gives me 4 more, I think.
Who would be good
up
for
there.
an interrogation? Either of a good person or not so good person. Like I guess Boguk would probably be good to talk to our informant.
Yes.
Boguk's not a bad. Okay, so Boguk will be the 5th. Now, here's a question: do we have our informant in this bond, or is that a
No.
vulnerable? Is that too vulnerable an angle?
I would say no.
Okay. So I have 3 more that we can target.
Just because even though they're an informant, we don't know if they could potentially be a double agent.
Sure. Yeah, that's fair.
With regards to interrogation, Domnica is pretty good. Now, honestly, John is like a former agent.
Yeah.
He's probably the best at this. But in terms of the rest of the crew, Domnica, I think, has the best intimidation factor.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So
mean, we
probably
could,
her.
Dominic can go in as well.
I'm looking for who else has the best insight. Molly has a 6.
I mean, we don't need to have 8. I can do up to 8. That doesn't mean I have to.
Yeah, then anyone else who you want in the link. You're
I think that's basically everyone I want then, right? Because that's Medwithin, Domnica, Boguk.
Yeah, I think he'd be
the
good for our
4 of us.
informant.
Or the 3 of us.
3
Yeah,
player
I-
characters, 3 NPCs.
Yeah, that seems enough.
Okay.
Perfect.
And then for starters, who do you want on which team? Who do you want talking to who?
I think John should be on the Mind Flayer for sure.
Okay. And also, I think we should put the Mind Flayer in the front of the boat with Waith.
Okay. Perfect. I think John and Medwithin with the Mind Flayer.
I would like to be on the Mind Flayer side as well.
Okay, then you do that. And then the remaining 3 will talk with the informant.
That puts 3 and 3. While John's setting up kind of the interrogation booth or whatever, I will take this time to kind of glance over the mechanical stuff he's given me. And I won't like actually start working on it, but like start itemizing and planning out like what the direction that I'm working in going to be working in is.
Right. As usual, a lot of the stuff, you are a very brilliant scientist and technologist, and you've already dealt with non-standard energy sources because of Inaqua and other things like that. But most of this stuff is Lacunus tech, meaning that it deals with gravity manipulation, microfusion, like seriously advanced materials and electronics, which are things that you're fully capable of grasping, but are still in the process of learning that crap.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm basically learning advanced calculus on my way to.
Yeah.
Okay. The candelabra, I assume, is like less.
That is a magical item.
Okay.
That is 100% a magical item. That's more where your studies in like interfacing magic with non-magic comes in.
Right.
Where you can either do this device differently or create a non-magical equivalent or a less magical equivalent or something like that. It's more about analyzing the principles.
Yeah, that one actually just falls under my engineer class, I believe, where I can do spend gold to basically replicate it. It's gold and time, but yeah. Okay, cool. Again, it's not a comprehensive journey into the stuff, but more like all right, here's what stuff I want to pay attention to. Here's the stuff that I can work on right now and get value out of. Here's the stuff that I need to like advance my knowledge base before I can truly start to.
But the more material you have, the more conundrums you have to deal with, the better you're going to get at grappling with all these concepts. So being exposed to it is good, even if you don't fully understand it yet.
Okay. What else can we do while we're waiting for John? Dolores, if you have something that you want to do.
I think for Dancing Lights, I'm going to be making sure like they have food, they're comfortable. I'm going to make kind of like small talk. Just kind of like, you know.
Do a persuasion check for me, please.
A persuasion check for small talk?
Yes.
What is this, my real life? Okay. Persuasion. 20.
20. Okay. So small talk isn't really a thing where Dancing Lights comes from.
Okay.
But your character is quite good at it. And so you don't get a whole lot of response almost at all. Roll an insight check for me, please.
17.
17. Okay. You can tell that your efforts are having a positive impact. However, Dancing Lights, codename, has lived all their life either in mental thraldom or in hiding.
Okay.
Like, there are some things you pick up on in conversation is that there are not enough mind flayers to mentally control the entire populace. There are enough, and like one mind flayer, if they get mobbed by a whole like attacking army of rebel thralls, they can just mind blast them. And if most of them are commoners, that will kill them outright, right? So one mind flayer is incredibly dangerous. Making somebody a thrall is a process that takes time, because under normal circumstances, a mind flayer can only actually dominate one person at a time psychically.
Okay.
So the process of turning somebody into a thrall involves breaking down their identity, their personality, their mental defenses over a long period of time until they become easily mentally, not just like the normal psychological warfare thing people do, but they actually reach a point where the mind flayer can just give them orders and they obey.
Okay.
And as such, and even though there aren't enough mind flayers to mentally control everybody, they try to make as many as possible thralls, and they use the thralls to control the ones who aren't.
Okay.
And because they can detect thoughts at will, if you are if you are not free, if you're not part of the resistance, you have no privacy, not even inside your own head. At any moment, they could be listening to your thoughts for any sign of treason, etc. And they do not care about cultural development. They do not care about recreation. Whatever the line between mind flayers and thralls is absolute. Like, they have their own things that they do. They share no information. There's nothing to overhear because all communication is telepathic between them.
Right.
They might as well be silent unless they're giving you orders or prying your brain open. So society has, like, as a concept, is gone. It's only kept alive in places like Vale, because in the actual settlements, anywhere that the mind flayers detect, like, oh, this group of workers is bonding together. Okay, we're going to eat this one's brain and split the rest of them up.
Right.
Like
Okay. Yikes.
So in terms of socialization, it's a tricky one to crack. Matt, while you were up, there's a telepathic bond. We are currently proposing the following split. You, Yasmin, and Medwithin with Uzgalar, and Boguk, Domnica, and Dolores with Dancing Lights. But all of you connected via telepathic bond, so you can freely talk back and forth with each other.
Perfect.
Also, Dolores has tried to make small talk and gotten a little bit of insight into what life is like under Mind Flayer occupation. Hint, it's not fun. The floor is y'all's.
So I'm kind of gonna relay what I picked up from that over to them.
Unless otherwise specified, I think we can assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's going to be shared. That's the purpose of the
all shared.
telepathic bond.
I will highlight. I do have a ring of mind shielding.
Mm-hmm.
So if that comes into play.
Mm-hmm. So even though
John is going to. Oh, go ahead.
Nope. Even though these are two separate interrogations, this is all one big telepathic scene.
John's going to cast Detect Thoughts, and he's just going to leave it on surface thought mode. He's not going to do any specific diving.
Okay, you have 1 minute of this power.
I can keep it going all night, baby.
Just make sure that you're marking off the points when you burn them.
Yeah. I'm going to activate it as soon as we start. Like once we've talked, and then boom, like
for sure.
Okay, so as we're like approaching Uskalor, I'm assuming that John, Medwithin, and Yasmin are going to be coming up with like a plan of action about how they want to try to. Are they going to be doing like good cop, bad cop? Are they going to be just very intimidating? Is it going to be threats? Is it going to be persuasions? What are we going to try and do to get the information from this assassin that we want, aside from just burrowing into their brain?
Okay, so I'm gonna run down a quick cultural thing on in as much as culture can be ascribed here on mind flayers. They believe that they are the be all end all. They believe that they are above all other species, right?
I think they're the masters. Yeah.
This is like being taken hostage and interrogated by squirrels.
Right. Good cop, bad cop's not going to work here. I do not think. I don't think we have the necessary intimidation unless we are actively, even if we actively cause harm, I don't know that it was going to be that effective. I also think that with your suggestion of it being undercover and trying to keep its thing here, I think we play into that. That we are still kind of unaware of what it is.
Because it's still an orc, right? It hasn't transformed into being a big, crazy mind flayer
No,
yet, right?
By the time that you get back, all you have to do is remove its hat. It had a hat, a disguise.
We don't remove the hat. We're trying to make it think that we don't know that it's anything other than just an agent.
Okay.
That's good to know it has a hat of disguise. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we play into the fact that like let's try and pretend we don't know what it is, and we're on a different pathway entirely.
Yeah, we need to at least play out the fact that it's a thrall, because when John and it did detect thoughts, it knew that I knew something was going on in there.
I think that's fair. It'll think that we're underestimating it too, right? Like, oh, it's just a thrall. We can, there's a possibility there.
We also have another option as well, since we're involving Medwithin and John can help with this as well. We can force it back into Dream, and we can go through its dreams where it is not a physical entity that is actually able to, have any real dominance on itself. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I trust you with this one.
This creature is likely to be formidable. Dream is a realm of the psychic, after all.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a powerful warlord who is easily pliable in that realm. This will be a more formidable foe. However, she literally has the inception ability, where she can, or extraction, where she can get secret information out of it. It is a wisdom saving throw. So if you put it to sleep and hamper its ability to make its wisdom saves, she could do this.
John can do.
She can do this whole thing in a dream sequence, which is her specialty.
Ooh.
So, question, Yasmin, and this is not just John to Yasmin. This is Matt to Lafon. Not to step on your really awesome idea about social engineering this to our benefit.
I mean, if that works better, go for it.
We could just strong arm it and just do this as well.
Absolutely. That's safer for us anyway.
Then
relative to failure in a fail state anyway.
John's gonna bust out Bestow Curse then.
Okay.
We're just gonna set this ish up.
Well,
and
I failed. That's disadvantage on wisdom checks, right? Wisdom saves, right?
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna be exactly. We're gonna be using Carmichael's Curse to give a 1d8 subtraction from their wisdom saving throws.
Okay. And because Medwithin has to actually go into its dream in order to do this, LaFawn, she's going to take your advice. Because she still has to concoct a scenario that gets it to give up this information.
Right.
So
Okay.
she's still going to use your advice and your idea, just in a psychic space.
Hell yeah.
All right. Drug the shit out of it until it falls asleep. Curse it.
And
Carmichael's
we're also
curse it.
going to be, before we put it to sleep, we're going to be taking a piece of its body. We're going to clip off a tentacle. So that way, if we decide to utilize the phantasmal
Does that break
monstrosity
your
portion of the dream,
I'm actually going to do one thing. Are there any animals on board?
I mean, there's a celestial cat.
That's not
It just has to be an actual animal.
It has to be an actual animal. Okay.
They don't
no,
There's
then,
probably
then-
there's probably a cranium rat on board. We don't know.
No, there's
this,
no
but,
cranium rats, Matt. We covered this.
and also a cranium rat is not. I assume it's an aberration and not a beast.
Probably.
It also takes an hour to do, so it's too long. By the time we do this, it's not worth. It's not worth the setup. Actually, I'll posit this to the group. You know what? Instead of me deciding if it's not worth it, I can give you a boost in one stat, assuming that there's a beast on board.
Wait, what? Can you say that again?
I can give you a boost in a stat, an ability. The target gains the benefits of an enhanced ability spell to one ability score of your choice.
That won't boost spell casting. That'll boost enhanced ability, gives advantage on relevant ability scores, if I recall correctly.
So if it doesn't apply, then it's not worth doing anyway. Cool.
It would apply for like a actual interrogation, but not for a spell save. Matt, any other juice for this?
It says here that it doesn't have to be a body part. It can be a lock of hair, clipping of a nail. So we're just going to clip part of its nail off.
Okay, cool. Just something that's not going to break, deal damage, and possibly break the suggestion.
Yes, I mean we're going to have to, we would have to pop suggestion if we needed to anyway. But yeah, we can. Let's avoid doing that.
Okay. Okay, and what does having the body part do?
If we decide to use the nightmare portion of dream, they get disadvantage on it.
Got it.
That was an accidental click, by the way. I did not mean to.
I wonder if her...
So I'm assuming what our plan is then is we are going to actually try and be like Inception style, and we're going to go into the dream and create a scenario where we're still back in the marketplace and, that whole tea kettle. So like the weird thing John was trying to do with suggestion, they're going to do with dream with the enhancement of suggestion.
Exactly. It already has disadvantage because if all sleeping creatures have disadvantage against her mental spells because she has slumbering arcana.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Let's do this thing.
Okay. And by recreating this entire scenario, but having it go down differently, she is just trying to get it to think about its mission. Like, that's the last step of this actually, is what information are we trying to get? Its mission and the importance of its mission.
So we have an idea. The thing is, we want something that we don't know. We have a vague recollection of what it's trying to do, right? Getting known information or predicted information, I think, is less valuable to us than getting unknown information.
But we need to figure out what the known unknowns are, or the unknown knowns are.
So the mission in its totality is a good start. It's recall steps. Like once it gains the information, where is it sending it? And how is it returning? Like that kind of thing, right? The pathway back.
Okay. Recall / further orders.
Yeah.
Actually, Medwithin is going to bring something up here. After we put this thing to sleep, but before we get in its head, why don't we talk to Dancing Lights first? Because that information may give us more questions, more points of inquiry.
Over to you, other group.
All right, she's gonna oversee the dosing of the mind flayer to like knock it unconscious, and Waith is just gonna sit on its neck with a knife just in case.
Just in case.
But yeah, let's go ahead and turn back over to which is again a group project because we're all in each other's heads.
So I would like to ask Dancing Lights what information he's here to share.
For the past maybe 6 months, I'm not sure, there has been a massive change in the work orders across the entire planet. They have switched over almost entirely from constructing infrastructure to building ships. There was a trigger event. They are building an armada, and they are spending countless lives on it. They are focusing almost entirely on speed. And they are heavily insulating these ships. I'm not a shipwright. I don't know exactly what it is that they're doing, why they're making these ships differently, but they are constructing them, many, many more of them than usual, and with a different outer shell.
Dolores, can you ask what kind of insulation?
Okay. Do a technology check, please, because Dolores asks and they answer, and they also say that it's a lot of do a technology check anyways.
Me or Dolores?
You. I'm gonna have you roll it. Dolores is doing the talking. Dolores, Dancing Lights describes it as oh my god.
You like your curse is now broken.
Wow.
Wait, where's that +7 coming from?
The initiative bonus, you can remove
Oh,
that.
okay, no, it's my the +7 is not a thing.
Yeah, that's fine. A 29 will do plenty. They are so based on the modifications that they're building. Many of these ships are being designed to protect mind flayers from desert environments.
Oh.
Not all of them, but many of them are. And, okay, you got a natural 20. They are preparing a large expeditionary force designed to land on and seize control of Ashen, the desert planet Ashen, closest to the sun. They are preparing other ships as well, but they are preparing them to deliver biological weapons. So,
oh boy,
they're basically dividing up it. They're constructing one colonizing fleet for Ashen and a number of death fleets, not designed to get into huge engagements, just designed to deploy biological weapons to population centers. Roll a history check for me, please.
Okay.
And any of you who are in this call, assuming that Yasmin is sharing this information,
yeah, absolutely,
could make this roll. And none of you have the soldier background, as far as I recall, right?
I do not know.
Okay.
No soldier background.
Okay.
Do we all get to roll history? Is that just
anyone who's in the group call can? Anyone who's
I assume Dominica and Bogak and Medwithin also do not have soldier background.
Correct.
Well, I mean, John, right up there though.
Dirty 20, and if it didn't succeed, I have a thing for that.
Our man should have expertise on this.
Sorry.
Okay. John.
Yes.
Your analysis of this is that one large fleet designed to establish permanent or at least strategic control of either all of Ashen or significant portions of Ashen, tactical sites on Ashen. And the rest is designed not to kill, but to just completely destabilize anyone who could possibly interfere with them. Roll a science check for me, everybody who's involved right now.
Let me know if that fails. I will spend a Villus point if it fails.
It didn't fail, but you could get more out of it.
Yeah, I'll spend the Villus point.
It's a graduated success sort of thing.
Okay. Well,
hey, you don't think I said about being cursed gone? Maybe I spoke too soon.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. So they're planning multiple. It's a large scale operation. The primary objective is to establish some sort of permanent presence on Ashen. Ashen is where the portal to Lacunas was and /is, and the Lacunian colony was /is. All the rest of the ships, they have separate fleets designed to these aren't invasion fleets, right? They're not trying to take over the world. They're not trying to take over every single planet, but they are trying to inflict such horrifying danger on them and such awful diseases and like viruses and such that nobody can stop them while they do what they're doing.
Right. Okay.
In fact, based on this, it sounds like taking prisoners, brains, all of that is an afterthought.
Oh.
Like, yeah, that's great, but that's not what they're not trying to like conquer everybody and make them into thralls and take their brains. They're just trying to bring their civilizations to their knees while they do what they want to do.
Do we know what it is that they want to do?
No. The intelligence reports that you have, Vale, like, you know how hard it is to infiltrate mind flayers?
Yeah.
All Vale knows is what they're building and what they're doing.
So has this already been happening to the people of the Forge? Have they been getting virulently messed up? Or are they actually...
These things have probably been in... These weapons have probably been in development for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But the Mind Flayers have been working on a ton of different things. They're constantly performing experiments and dissections and vivisections and all sorts of different mutations, etc. It just seems like something happened. In fact, John, it was the death of their Ulitharid on the Spider Moon that triggered this.
Okay. So they were taking captives. So the people of the Forge are still alive for the most part. Like, they're enslaved, they're enthralled, they're in a bad way, but they haven't been eliminated yet.
No, the people of the Forge are required to build.
They're the workforce.
They're the workforce.
Okay.
These weapons that they're developing are intended to be delivered on Quelia and on Perianth, and if necessary, the Chain of Tears.
Okay.
What's the timeline like? Like, how close are they to achieving their goal?
Well, the problem is Dancing Lights doesn't know how big they need to make their goals, and doesn't have excellent intel on the total number of ships because the whole planet is subjugated, right? And the hive mind is unified. They are coordinating their efforts. This colony does this. This hive does this. And it's so distributed and there's nothing to intercept about it. So all Dancing Lights and Vale can really do is use divination magic to get answers from the universe and take notes on what is happening with the conquered dwarves and orcs. And what they've noticed is this massive uptick in production in these specific areas.
Okay. Who are there when it comes to like the Mind Flayer armies? Obviously, they don't want to put themselves at risk. They have special agents like the Elitharids or these assassins and whatnot. But are they utilizing the orcs and the okay?
They use
Is that
thralls
like
as
their main forces.
They have some Grimlocks. And there are some other creatures that live on the Forge. Almost anything you could find in the Underdark except for Drow, honestly, can be found on the Forge. And Mind Flayers. There were no Mind Flayers there originally. So they're turning a lot of people into combat thralls, modifying their bodies to give them claws, armored carapaces, etc.
So one thing that comes to mind, why
Internal.
is
Go ahead.
why is this spy so urgent a target? I mean, obviously they want to hunt it down because any information leak is bad. But how worried about the information leak are they? Right? If they're extremely close to the result of their task, then an information leak is probably not that big a deal. If you're launching your armada tomorrow, then you're not going to be able, even if a response was scrambled, the response is likely to be scrambled. But if they're months out, then an information leak is a much bigger deal. Right? So I think the urgency of the mission completion is also something we should attend to.
Well, and knowing how did they even find out about this data breach? By the way that Dancing Lights and their seers are acting, it seems like there really shouldn't be a way that these mind flayers would absolutely know unless there was more than just what they're telling us they've been doing, or the mind flayers are actively making sweeps looking for anybody who could provide some kind of a resistance. And they got wind that this was a entity that was able to get their information. So otherwise, there has to be a resistance on the Forge, and they have to realize there's a resistance on the Forge, and they have to know that the resistance somehow is going somewhere. So it seems as though the mind flayers would have had to have captured someone that, even if they didn't want to give up information, knew something, even if they didn't know who Dancing Lights was. Presumably, this resistance on the Forge is split up into cells to where they don't know about each other. They would have all these codes and all that. So they knew they were looking for a dancing light in a green cap, probably. Or they knew they were looking for somebody who was going to be there. I'm thinking they probably knew about dancing lights with a green cap. They probably knew this person was their target, but they didn't intercede because they wanted to see who they were meeting up with. Presumably, either knowing about our group or realizing that they were meeting somebody important, and they wanted to figure out not just how to stop this group, but who they were going to meet with. So if we can confirm that that's how it is, then that's going to give us a lot more insight as to what these people are doing. So how do they know, mate?
Oh, well, we're asking questions until
we're ready to dive in.
Yeah, because that's going to be an inception scene. It's going to be less simultaneous. So Dancing Lights does not know.
They don't know.
Right now,
okay.
You're building your list of information to try to get crack out of the brain.
Okay, then I'm going to keep adding to the list then.
The other thing too, let's go basic. Let's ask Dancing Lights. I mean, we are your contact. What do you want to tell us? What is something we haven't asked you that you want to share?
One, that's always a great interview question. What's the question I haven't asked that you wish I had? And two, it often confuses the person you're interviewing because it is a good question. I'm trying to come up with something. The way the rebellion, the way that Vale, the headquarters of the resistance, works. I don't think there's anything specific. However, having been on the Forge for their entire life, Dancing Lights has a ton of, I'm not going to call it mundane information, but a ton of details, a ton of info just about how operations work. Things that may not be relevant to this particular interview, but that can be a good data source going forth.
Absolutely.
But is he able to kind of draw a map of certain locations and where certain things are happening?
Yes. But Vale isn't the one who's been across all, because the Forge is a really big planet as well compared to the rest of them. And so, and it's heavily populated too. Like the underground area is heavily populated. And heavily honeycombed with caverns and such. So Dancing Lights has a good amount of information, but that hasn't been all over the planet, and these reports have come in from all over the planet. and 2 has been compartmentalized. So yes, would be able to draw some maps. Nothing that I think would reveal anything specifically useful now, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But that is something you could ask for when it's relevant.
Medvithin, something that comes to mind is in your dreamscape when you were questioning, how much like actual dreams are they? By which I mean, sometimes in a dream, when you walk, you don't put one foot in front of the other, right? You step backwards and somehow appear 500 feet in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it similar to that?
Just so. Okay. Though it varies by the mind that dreams.
Right. The reason I bring it up is in the event that this is a highly structured mind, which, considering all that we've had considered, leads me to believe it is. I would suggest questions that are leading towards anachronism, things that don't necessarily belong within the field of this mission, be asked last, so that if they start to fall apart, we can react in time.
Wise. Is there anything else? I think Dancing Lights would not be able to tell when this operation is going to commence. But this is in the years of the Forge's subjugation, this is the single largest industrial mobilization.
How long ago was the assassination of that Illithid on the moon?
Maybe a few weeks, months.
Yeah, not long.
Months. And okay, assuming their rational output of okay. All right. Cool.
I guess my other question is they have a resistance that's happening or that's building. What is their... Do they have a bit of game plan, or is it all just information gathering right now? What is the goal other than, like, you know, the late game goal essentially of getting freedom for them?
Dancing Lights is not privy to that if there is a plan, because any such plan would be a massive data risk. And if Dancing Lights knew that, they would never have been allowed off world.
Right. But I mean, do they have like any way of like communicating with the main resistance, or any signal that they get for action or
After leaving, now that Dancing Lights has left, they can't go back. Because information almost never got off world, because Elder Brains can intercept telepathic communication and sending spells and stuff like that.
Okay.
So information like very rarely got off world. When it did get off world, it was usually through unmanned couriers, where like they would find a way to leave something on the surface or launch something into space to be collected later, and it would be encoded. And the person who encoded it would not know like the cipher. Like they would go through a couple of people and have that, because the operational security you need when people can read your mind is just outrageous.
Yeah.
The only way to not give information away is to literally not know it.
Not know it.
Yeah.
That said, the only thing Dancing Lights can really think of, and this is just something they came up with themselves, is that the Elder Brains are the hearts of Illithid society. They are the coordinators. So, and they don't know how many there are on the Forge, because the invasion fleet that arrived was pretty big, but like not big enough to conquer everybody. They won because they have mind control, right? And because they got a lot of the more aggressive dwarves and orcs who hated each other and didn't want peace
To take care of themselves.
They were like, we're going to take
each other.
Yeah, they were like, hey, dwarves, we're going to take care. You know, these people that you've been fighting with your entire civilization, we'll take care of them if you work with us. Hey, orcs, they pulled a Palpatine. So, like, they didn't, 100, 200 years ago when they invaded, they did not have the numbers for an invasion. Their numbers have grown since then, but there's nothing even vaguely resembling a survey, right? The Veil.
How many?
Go ahead.
How many people are in Ashen?
Ashen is practically unpopulated. Okay. Nizar, first off, Medwithin has been there and can tell you about it. Waith and Nizar actually lived there.
Okay.
And I can kind of montage this for you. Just imagine that Nizar would be very, boisterous in telling it. Effectively, thousands of years ago, Ashen was verdant. It was a garden world. And then after the Lacunian pioneers arrived and they got cut off from their homeworld, effectively, they were a colony. They were a research science colony. And they were not fully self-sufficient, and the portal connecting them back to Lacunas stopped working. Things would go in, they would not come out. And so they were cut off and isolated. And at the same time, Ashen's environment was destabilized, and a series of terrible wars ensued. Waith's people were created by the Lacunians as genetic thralls, basically. Just like we need a labor force, we're going to grow them in vats. Ashen is mostly unpopulated. It has a lot of undead who live in the abandoned cities. It has blue dragons who there are a decent number of them, but it's not like they have a powerful civilization. It's more like there's a lot of blue dragons that claim various parts of this desert planet. There are
a lot of monsters.
A lot of monsters. There are wandering bands of Johnny, like Nizar. Probably the Maru spawn, the jackal people like Waith, are the biggest population on the planet.
My thinking is this: if is that portal still open to go through, or has it?
Kind of.
Yeah, it seems like they're not going
because it doesn't seem like Ashen itself is the target.
Yeah,
more like a staging ground.
The Illithid technology is certainly more sophisticated than the technology of the rest of this system, but a lot of it is driven by their own path of progress, where they use psychic power to compensate for, or they use, thralls to compensate for things.
Hey, mate.
Lacunian technology is centuries ahead of theirs. Go ahead, Matt.
There's no chance that what was it, the third ship that kind of just went off into the Negaverse ended up becoming the Illithids of Pyrespace, is there?
Roll a science check for me, please. $11.
Hold on. I'm going to use a luck dice.
You can also share your math with Yasmin and or Dolores.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
why don't the two of you roll science checks?
Yeah, I'm gonna do.
I do not have science.
All right, then don't worry about it. We are struggling, mate.
Oh.
19 total.
Okay.
I'm gonna, this is. I'm gonna spend another Villas point here.
Okay.
That is a good idea. Every time.
That is the second time that's happened. That is incredible.
Wow.
You have inspo. You want to use it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to use one.
Okay.
I actually, when it comes to lore, I do actually want to know more.
Ooh, wait a minute.
There we go.
Oh.
Okay. All right. You've had some time to talk and learn your history, both visiting people in Perianth and during the voyage here, and now that John's thinking it, communicating at the speed of thought through your telepathic bond. The Lacunians are conducting dimensional research. They find out how to reach other dimensions of technology. They build a colony on Ashen. That's their first contact with magic. They are from a world where magic works, but magic is not really a thing. That's their first contact with magic. John, do you want to, and I'm not going to sit here and
and yap about it, but do you want to explain to them the cause of the Lacunian disaster?
So Lacunas, do you mean like what happened poorly with Lacunas that ended up leading to the Ashen bullcrap? That's what you're talking about?
And you can do it, or you can say yes and I'll do it. Your call.
So I'm going to say yes and you do it because I know it, but it's been literal years since we talked 100%. About it. So I totally know it though.
Okay, history time. I will try to make this quick.
Make it quick.
Lacunas is a research planet in another universe, another prime material plane. It was part of a massive, highly sophisticated intergalactic civilization that had extremely advanced technology. I think the most advanced tech Matt John has come across in his travels so far.
Yeah.
With maybe some exceptions, one-offs. Extremely sophisticated technology, faster than light, artificial intelligence, and psychic abilities as well. Lacunas was just a distant rock, a distant planet, habitable but arid, and it was set up for secret experiments and research. They had two primary fields of research: interdimensional and intertemporal.
Oh, okay.
Their interdimensional research bore fruit first. They were able to create a two-way connection that led them to this universe and the planet Ashen. They established a new research colony on Ashen, collecting local samples, studying this new energy source that they weren't familiar with, magic, coming into contact with dragons, like all this stuff, right? So they built this spaceport, a whole ass colony. Then the temporal researchers had a breakthrough, but it went wrong. Their entire solar system was isolated in stasis for like 200 years, maybe more. I think it was more. A long ass time, thousands of years, right?
Yeah, it was like 10,000 years.
It was like 10,000 years. And because that world was in stasis, one end of the portal was now locked in time. Anything that entered the portal on the Ashen side would pass the dimensional barrier on Lacunas and immediately be frozen. And therefore, nothing was coming through and they couldn't get any information. The Ashen side could get no information out.
Yeah.
They were suddenly cut off from their main supply base. They couldn't get any sophisticated resources they couldn't construct on their own. That's right, Matt. The time bubble ended 200 years ago. That's what happened.
Yeah.
It ended 200 years ago. So Ashen...
Because the whole thing was that, like, with Akavisian, they were descendants of the dragons that were from there, but they were and they weren't, because like technically they were, but it had been so long for Hara, for Akavisian, that like no knowledge of these people in the slightest, even though technically time-wise it shouldn't have been that far off.
So the colony on Ashen is cut off, and they become increasingly desperate, leading to the flesh crafting wars when they were creating Maru spawn. They are eventually attacked as their planet is dying, which was their fault. Nuclear weapons, bioengineering, etc. The panicking scientists, the panicking colonists caused the collapse of Ashen's ecosystem from a garden world to a desert world. The dragons of that planet, knowing that the Lacunians had a way off-world, formed an army, invaded, seized control of the portal, and went through it. So forces of magic invaded Lacunas, but immediately upon entering the portal, they seized the portal, tore everything down, blew up their armies and stuff, and then were frozen in time for 10,000 years upon arriving. As this all was happening, Lacunas was able, or the Ashen colony was able to send off 3 emergency arc ships. One of them landed on Verdura, the jungle planet. They eventually formed a new human civilization. That civilization was corrupted by the Pact Malefic.
Did the same exact thing, just blew everything up.
turned them all into snake people. Now it's a planet of
Right.
snake people. One landed on Quelia. The ship was lost. The colony ship was lost. It sank. But the survivors were welcomed by the halflings and integrated into local Quellian culture. They are now the indigenous humans of this system. This was well before the invention of spell jamming. So interplanetary travel wouldn't happen again for thousands of years. The last colony ship left the system, and its whereabouts are unknown.
I can't believe I didn't think that they were the mind flayers until now. I feel like I must have said it ages ago, but before it was relevant.
Here's the thing. John brings all of you up to speed on that. He has the trajectory from a previous adventure. He actually has the coordinates. Josie, could you make a history check for me, please?
Sure. Not going to be very good. Let's see. 12.
Ooh, 12. So, John proposes, what if that lost colony ship became the Mind Flayers? Here is what, and you got a 28 on your science. Here are the pieces of information I'm going to start by giving you. First off, the Mind Flayers that invaded the Forge would have come from the same region of space that ship was heading towards.
Okay.
2, that colony ship would have had sophisticated technology beyond that seen thus far in Illithid settlements and spelljammers.
So that colony ship may not have been the Mind Flayers, but it may have been something that the Mind Flayers that led the Mind Flayers to this.
Well,
solar
I mean,
system.
it's not entirely. So something to keep in mind here, John. All this information, all this tech that you've given me, I still have to get up to speed on it. Like I can't go and start wrenching on this data pad the moment I look at it.
Correct.
Right? There's still and I'm going to hold up a circuit board that I picked up.
Yeah.
Like there's wires printed on here. I don't know how that's done yet. It's not entirely outside the realm of possibility that they've had this technology and have simply spent time trying to reverse engineer it.
Yeah.
There's one more piece of information that we probably covered, I don't know, like 8 years ago, maybe less, maybe more recently, maybe while we were streaming this show. And that is, or maybe it only came up when we did Shadow of the Spider Moon. The Illithids arrived, they conquered the Forge.
Yeah.
But they weren't able to mobilize. They needed to do a lot of work after they conquered it. They had conquered an entire planet. They immediately started looking for new patsies. They'd used the dwarves and the orcs as patsies against each other. They don't like doing their own work. They value their own lives above all other species. They started looking for other patsies. They ended up going to the Drow. The Drow lost a civil war against the rest of the elves 1,000 years ago, and the elves, rather than killing all of them, exiled them to the Spider Moon. The Spider Moon sucks. It's not a great planet. It's not a great place to live.
Yeah.
When the Illithids arrived, they ended up giving spelljamming technology to the Drow.
Yes.
And they told the Drow, find us the power of the ancients, and we will destroy your enemies for you.
Yes.
End of thought.
So the Illithid are aware of the ancients. They're aware of them, but they don't have access to their technology. It's a theory. The theory that we have currently that we're working, that this working theory that we have is reasonable or is a possibility, but considering the vastness of space, it is not a foregone conclusion. You could spend infinite lifetimes traversing the darkness and never interact with the ship.
Correct. I think it's safe to say that because of the Mind Flayer's interest, not just in the ancient technology, but also specifically going to Ashen, at the very least, they came across that ancient human starship, if they aren't actually descendants or connected, because that would have been thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. Technically 10,000 years ago, right, mate?
Give or take.
So between the last 10,000, somewhere between the last 10,000 to last, from 10,000 years ago to the last 1 or 200 years when the Forge was taken, that Mind Flayer ship came across that group of starship humans, whether it was a derelict ship that they found and couldn't utilize what was there, but were able to either go through the brains or the data pads or whatnot and be able to figure out something special was here, or they encountered them, fought them, ate their brains. Oh no, shouldn't have done that. Or they eventually evolved into these mind flayers and, either evolved away from technology and became these psychic beings and want to get back into technology or whatever have you. But it's one of those possible scenarios. Regardless, there is some connection. These mind flayers obviously want.
I mean, we could also, that could also just be added as like if there's time, put it on the checklist of questions.
Uh-huh. Yep. Okay. Well, regardless, it's important. And
I mean, it is definitely a lead. It is definitely a lead.
Yeah.
Now the question is, how much of the lead do we chase versus other things that we have?
And we've got a lot of questions. So is there anything else we want to add based off of what we've been documenting?
I think we should probably pursue ones that we can actually take action on.
Mm-hmm.
So while the history might be useful, we can't really act on that.
Yeah.
So getting information that we can actually act on would be the most useful right now, I think.
So then it sounds like we should be focusing on how they figured out about Dancing Light and their connection to the Resistance. We want to find out what their mission is. Like, LaFon, did you write down the questions that you had?
I think you basically covered all the questions that I had. We were doing them in tandem. The
Doing the
only
same
one
thing.
other one is the
Perfect.
timeline. Like, what's their?
What is the timeline?
Like, how quickly is this happening?
Yeah, what their timeline is and what they know about the Resistance, like how much they actually know.
Yeah.
So, is everybody ready for a journey into the center of a mind flayer's dreams?
Oh, yes, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Then that will be next time's adventure, because tonight's adventure has come to a close.
Oh, no.
Gosh darn it.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will see you next time on Coriander Society.